What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, welcome to the long-awaited National College Cup online phase. And we're finally going to be here after tons of promotional matches that have already happened, and all of them were LAN events. I was able to host in one of them, which was obviously in Guwahati, Assam itself, but we also hosted promotional matches on West Bengal, Orissa, Manipur, and Nagaland. So after all of those offline events, we're finally with the online phase, which is obviously 512 teams. And this is one of the most unique tournaments we've had so far. The difference, they're not going to be representing a state, a team, a corporation, an esports organization. They're here to represent their universities, their colleges, and their school, and hence the name National College Cup. And tonight we kick things off immediately, obviously, at 7:30 p.m., and we'll have 6 best of series matches, all knockouts, only one chance, back to back. The registrations are still open till 20, so if you are still waiting, why wait? Do register. But anyways, we're going to be kicking things off after all, and the matches will happen soon. But first, let me introduce myself. Obviously, you recognize me and the guy beside me as well. I am Ray, your host and your caster, and joining me is, of course, Fredo himself. So Fredo, we're finally here, a long-awaited tournament. This has been in the making for very long.
Exactly. The promotional matches went very well, and we are here to, of course, host finally the online event, and that is National College Cup. And like the name says, it's college, university versus university. I mean, there is always rivalries between a lot of colleges. Talking about my own state, there are two universities which are like one of the best, and they always have the fight among themselves. It's Holy Cross College, and the other one is ICFA University Tripura. So these two private colleges have always had that heat between them. I'm excited to see if these two colleges do have a representative or not, because I do not have the information about that. But I'll be excited to see teams from my own state. And I mean, Assam has a lot of universities, so I don't know
Yeah.
which one you're going to support, but
I mean, there's too many. But for sure, I mean, I'm from Cotton University myself, so I will most
oh,
likely try to support. If I see any of the teams, I should recognize them too, because obviously I studied there and I know a few teams from there. I'm looking forward to them. But tonight we're going to be having the first best of one series. It's going to be between Access and First Gen, and we've also gotten their college names. Fredo, I think one is Demoria College, right? And the other one is Saint Daya University, if I'm not wrong.
yes, exactly. It's Saint Aya and Axis on the blue side, and Saint Aya on the red side. Bans already starting, and in this meta right now, which is mostly dominated by the EXP laners, I would not be surprised if we see a lot of EXP bans, but instead we're seeing an assassin here. Seems like they checked out the enemy's profile before they started the match.
Of course, they have to, right? Because right now they're going into the stranger territory. But, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I would obviously love to what do you say? Exaggerate the thing again. It's that we're going to be focusing on the college representative. One thing I also want to I will obviously let you guys know every day, because one thing is that National College Cup will be happening twice a year. Yep, it will happen twice a year, and this is the summer version. Next, we're going to be having the winter version as well. And the top 8 teams that will qualify in this National College Cup, they will qualify immediately for the top 16 in the next National College Cup, which will be obviously the winter season. So if they want to,
Damn.
I mean, you'll basically going to the you won't have to play any knockout matches. You'll go top 16. This is 512 teams. Imagine you immediately just go to the top 16, right? That's a big
Hmm.
thing. So getting a top 8 already guarantees a really great solid thing, and that is kind of amazing, right? Great that the organization, obviously this is powered by, of course, Battle Knights India and Vista as well, and loving the production work by Indian Gaming Corps IGC. So huge shout out to all of them. And right now, let's focus on the matches, right? Of course, Fredo, we are done with the bans, and we're seeing the Mincetar coming in. Why do you think so?
Well, of course, the Minsithar really, I don't know if it's the best pick out there because we don't really see them getting picked a lot by the pro players. But in the rank games that I play often, it's one of the most annoying heroes because usually when you pick up a mobility hero, Minsithar is one of those heroes that just nerfs you completely in the game once he places that ultimate. And even with his assault that he can do, that is just so annoying as well because he's dealing damage to you at the same time he's regaining his HP, and the way they have nerfed, I mean, sorry, the way they have buffed this hero again and again, the amount of HP regen is just way too much. So he is actually really sustainable even with those damage items. So I guess that might be the reason, but I don't see a reason behind a Hellcurt ban, I guess. Or is it a glue?
Glue. It's a glue.
Oh.
It's fine. It's a little dark for him, right? Hellcat is
Yep.
also the darkness thing. It makes sense overall. But I love the fact that the production has put so much effort, because you see those, like the draft icons are actually the college university representative icons as well.
Yep.
Symbols. Yeah. That's pretty nice. I would love to see my college symbol there. And
Me
hey,
too.
if you are obviously looking forward to your college and universities, hopefully they show up. And when they do, of course, share the stream to your friends, because of course we just started tonight. This is the first day. So obviously we want everyone to know that we have a tournament that is not on a state basis, team basis, esports
Exactly.
organization basis. It's for the students. Students is what makes the gaming community. I mean, there are 30-year-old gamers. I'm not saying there isn't, but
But they are not
mostly
students.
students. Yeah, mostly students are what makes the gaming community, right? So focused on student events, it's really nice. But so far, I would say nothing out of the ordinary. It's the typical draft of the meta that is favored. But Irithel, very first pick. Fredo, what's your opinion on that? Oh, they come in with the Alucard?
I
Alucard
My
HP?
favorite Alucard is here, man,
I mean,
and
your name is
he's
Fredo, bro.
yep. Of course, the name is Fredo for a reason, and that's because I'm a really big fan of the hero Alucard, and of course, the YSS, the most deadly jungler in this meta right now, very fast in clearing those creeps. And you know, I mean, we all have seen that reel where there's one guy just farming the entire game, and that's exactly what YSS represents because he likes to farm the entire game, and he shows up and he's level 15, bro. He's level 15 at 10 minutes. He's level 15. Like in the entire game he will just stay silent, be just doing his own job, just farming up all the jungle. And suddenly he arrives at 10 minutes, and when he comes enemies like 10 levels or maybe 11, and he's 15, like 4 or 5 levels ahead of you. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Saint Zaya has anything to reply here. Saint Taya, I
They
mean,
do
yeah.
have good, yeah. They do have the Lapu Lapu as a response, a really good backline diver. But one really good thing is the fact that they have a Kadita. And Kadita is one of those mages, of course, it's a direct counter to the Farsa, right? You just go in, Petrify combo, and for Farsa, it's just standing still there. So they already have the mid lane as priority, like a good advantage. But at the same time, there's a Lapu who's going to be CC. I mean, we don't need to glaze Lapu anymore. This dude has been wrecking havoc in the Land of Dawn. So we are already aware of that. But I'm curious to see the roamer positioning, because so far, either of these teams have not prioritized the roamer just yet. Is that Moskov ban? I feel like that's the Moskov collector skin. Is it? Or is it the Grok? Oh, they're
Mm,
banning out the Grok. Actually, if I'm not wrong, the Grok should be banned, maybe, or maybe open. I'm not sure. The production do confirm us. Yeah, that's the new Grok. I just realized I haven't
yep.
played the new Grok at all.
Me
Have
too. I
you?
have not tried it, man.
Yeah,
Not getting
but
time at all,
he's like overpowered. He's like overpowered. I've heard he has knock up and stuff on his first kill immediately, so he's like more
Oh,
CC. But yeah, but
th-
maybe it's a waste ban, maybe it's not. But a Ling ban.
that's completely a waste. I mean, in this meta, you don't really want to ban out the assassins. It's more about the Fredrins and the Bakshias, maybe the Akai sometimes as well. Comes out really handy. In the rank games, though, it's usually the Alucard and YSS which are usually prioritized because we all know the utility junglers do not work in solo rank games. But when it comes to 5-man games, you'll definitely see a lot of times You see them picking up the Bakshia, like I said, the Akai, and sometimes the Fredrin as well. In this game, though, we're not going to see any of it seems, as the YSS has already been locked down here by Axis University. Meanwhile, we're going to be seeing a healer, of course, so good in this meta, which is actually all about healing, all about sustaining prolonged team fights and everything else that we already know about. So Florin, one of the best healers out there, global ultimate as well, because she's able to heal everyone, every ally on the map. So it's not like the Angela ult where it takes some time for the charging. So the enemy always have an option to kill you before that happens. Meanwhile, this Florin ults cannot be stopped. So that's why it's really good when there's someone across the map who is dying. So the goal laner, I mean, she can play safe all she wants, and she'll also be assured that the healing will definitely be there.
Yeah, that's obviously one of the very plus points of the Florin, and I feel like as we will move forward to more experienced teams, we'll most likely see the Florin ban coming up as well for the reasons you mentioned. But of course, they're trying to mitigate, equalize the healing with another healer, semi-healer, which is obviously the Kalia. They have two fishes, so they just got to make sure that they don't get fried or burnt, right? Because you don't want to become a fish steak. And
Yep.
so, other than that, their composition looks solid. If obviously, no offense to you, Fredo, but the Alucard is sitting like a sore throat because
Yep.
Alucard EXP laner, it's a little judgmental for one simple reason,
Yep.
because I don't like it, and second thing, is not an EXP laner. If they did not have picked up the Yushin Shin, it would have been a good option to play in the jungle, because the other side actually does not have that much crowd control, funny enough. So
Yep.
they are actually in kind of a good spot for that Alucard, but I'm worried that he won't get enough farm sitting in the EXP lane if he does not get kills. But if he gets kills, first gen, they're in trouble.
Exactly. Because they do not have enough crowd control to stop the Alucard. And on top of that, the thing is, if the Alucard is able to target the Florin in those team fights and bait out the skills, then the Kalia can come in handy with that Tsunami Slam. And if she's able to lock down the Florin, then of course they are going to suffer a lot. They are not having enough crowd control. And on top of that, if they do not have the healing, I do not think Saint Zaya, is it? Taya, sorry, Saint Taya, they will not be able to sustain or take any of those team fights unless the Lapu, of course, the bravest fighter, will be a really handy skill to make sure he takes on 2 to 3 members all alone.
Yeah, that's one of the main weaknesses of this lineup right now. Lapu is going to be doing the heavy lifting of being the frontliner, as well as
Yep.
being the initiator, being the charger, being the sandbag. That's a lot for him. He's a really good fighter, kind of overpowered too. But when you're giving him so much weight, his shoulders might just break. And I feel like
Yep.
that's something that they did not consider for the hands of Saint Taya University, right? First gen. So
Mhm.
I think that is going to be one of their main weaknesses. But yeah, I love the NCC symbol. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. This is going to be, of course, the first match into the night and into the tournament of NCC. And into the casting desk myself, it's going to be Fredo and Ray. I know we are already seeing some action happening. Do not worry about the numbers and anything. It's just a slight glitch. It will be fixed. Our production will be getting into it. But Fredo, we're finally here. A long-awaited tournament that has been in the build-up. We've had so many college events, promotional events in Assam, West Bengal, Manipur, and etc. And finally, in the online phase, how do you feel?
Well, I am very, very excited as well, Ray. The first match to kick things off, and fortunately enough, is going to be Santaya here. And on the other side, we have Axis as well. Axis versus Santaya. Let's see who is the one who will win it and, get those bragging rights. But, oh, look at that. First
Immediately.
blood. So
Oh my
much. And look
God.
at his name. Focus. Oh, the reply comes in as well. A double kill,
Immediately.
actually. What?
Fredo, you were wrong. You were saying he's a farmer, but looks like this is not a farmer. This is a hunter that we have on the table. Immediately
Yep.
a double kill. But I think we have to give credit to Alucard. You can see his HP and vengeance. He did most of the heavy lifting. Hey, Kyle Z here just took the kills. I'm gonna be honest by what I'm
Yep.
analyzing. But anyways, turtles up. Who do you think reckon will get this?
I feel like, it's a good setup here. There seems to be no trouble for the YSS. But meanwhile, look at that. Kalia doing a lot of good work there. Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh my God. This game is full of surprises.
College students, they can surprise you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've played a lot of college events. They can be sometimes more interesting than even international events because
Oh my
they
God.
don't have rules and restrictions. But oh, into the top lane, Kalia seems to be engaging on just alone and solo. That is a bad decision as she falls down. I feel like a little bit of miscommunication there.
Yep, she was all alone, surrounded by three members. Seems like her teammates did not warn him, not to go there alone. Of course, you're Tsunade, not Tsunade. Sorry, Sakura. You're Sakura, but you're not overpowered. We all know the plot of Sakura. She's not the best.
Damn, bro.
She's one of the most useless. But oh, look at that now in the mid lane. What's happening? I mean, I'm not even aware
Yushin.
that the ganks might happen, but it's happening.
Yeah, it's a little bit random, but look at the Kalia coming in with the Tsunami Slam and the Petrify combination as well. They're gonna kill,
Oh.
and right now Lancelot is trying to make a trade, but immediately a Flicker comes in. He's still trying to fight something and find a target, but the Granger comes in with a Flicker play. Focus is doing everything he can, but he's not gonna be able to survive. June Max will take a kill, 6-4-2. The side of Axis, the Moria College, is just doing too good for themselves, and I think Lapu being the only frontliner is punishing them.
Yes, Sentaya, they need to do better right now because Axis is taking all the lead, all the farm. Every single thing that is available on the map is given to, of course, the YSS, the guy who needs farm. But on top of that, they're also, giving away kills and a lot of farm to the Granger. And Granger, a hero that scales very well. Look at that right now.
Look at the engage coming in, the cut it out with a lot of HP depleted, has to retreat out the scene. Lancelot dishes out some damage, but no kills just yet. A lot of skills wasted there though. The next turtle coming in looks like a possible engage could be brewing because look at the position of the Farsa. She wanted to go in, but the team did not come in. Lancelot though, plotting something.
That Lancelot definitely trying to get something in that bush there, hiding. Meanwhile, recall taunts happening in the EXP lane, of course, a daily part of their routine. But the thing is, Alucard is definitely losing that trade right now. Lancelot will be able to get that blue buff at the same time, and he picks up that War Axe as well.
Oh, look at the engage just coming in. Lapu Lapu with the bravest fighter. Kylesy will get the turtle on this, secure the retribution on point, but Focus is on the Yushin and takes a kill. A double, make it up for himself. Rin getting chased out as well, but right now the Kadita will be able to retreat. Turtle for a few kills into the top lane. The Airtel going in for a 1v1. You been worn out, but she does win it with just 1 HP left. The Farsa is coming back for a backup, so it's gonna be all fine. The Kadita is a little bit too far away. 6-4-6. Saint Taya is responding back fast.
Oh my god, I did not expect that to happen, but that is what is expected when you are having a Granger going up against the Irithel direct counter, not just in terms of theory, but in terms of practicality as well. The Granger not really able to do enough against that. But now it seems like Focus is the one who needs to be aware because the Granger is now focused on him. And that last fight, it was so good there. Bravest fighter, he was sustaining so much, but damn, he will be remembering that, oh, you took the turtle last time, but this time I'm not going to let you, take that. So Kyle really aware there with the retribution and got that turtle, but they still did not, make the best use of it because they lost that team fight. So now things are looking even, but what do you think is the game plan here for both the teams going forward?
I think mostly, just like you mentioned, it was to make sure to get the Yushin the farm, and they did get it. But right now, obviously, first gen Saint Taya College, they're responding back. So they need a proper retaliation. But oh, look at that. Kylesy comes in with a little bit of a damage, and GZ might just get taken down here. Uses the healing, but it's not enough. On the other side, the Ethel will take down the Kalia. The Sakura will fall again. And the three members chunking down onto the mid lane. Granger might not be able to defend it. He does, I think. No, he's not going to be able to do so.
In the EXP lane, Alucard has been losing every single trade. And that's the reason why Francis here on the Lapu Lapu will be really happy because he is getting every single thing that he can. But now, seems like someone might be going down.
Irithel, that is a kind of a bad misposition. She's trying to retreat, but the flicker play comes in. June Max will secure another kill on this Irithel right now. 2 kills. Skypiercer should get 1 stack, but look at the burst that's coming in from the all will fall on Farsa. Not all, but at least the fish did fall. And this third turtle should be on the table. Yushin too far away. 8-4-8 score.
And this is looking like a head-to-head. Like it did seem like, Axis was ahead in the beginning, but it seems like CNTI have been able to make a comeback, and it's all thanks to Focus. And right now, Francis as well playing a big part in that because he's gapping the Alucard in the EXP lane. But look at that, Alucard is able to get some farm there. He was able to steal it, I guess. But I guess he tried. Maybe he did not get it, but now Alucard in the EXP lane all alone. Wyses gets spotted out.
Yushin comes in with the ultimate, the mountain shocker, dishing out some damage, but the heal is there, the burst is there as well. Will she be able to win it out? No, 1 HP clutch will be able to save him. Not a double kill because obviously the fish will be taking it away. Francis over here is obviously trying to make a trade. Does the flicker, misses out the bonk, and he's not able to take down the Yushin. On the other hand, though, the focus is coming in, trying to provide some backup. He's looking for a target, but obviously the retreat is there, and they're just going to be going back for now. Alucard looking for some blood, perhaps. He wants to go in. Reen does have the ultimate and wants to go as well, but they are not able to just yet.
And that was such a good play from Kyle's. Got a highlight there actually, because the way he went in, it was the 2v1. Along with that, the Florian did have the ultimate, but once again the fight is broken out. Focus is focused, and he will get down Rin. And with that, Morose takes down the Alucard, and he's going for more. The fish might get cooked here, and yes, it is.
It does.
Fish pie given to you, served on a plate by Morose.
Technically she's a huntress, right? She got the bow, so she's hunting fish on a that's kind of funny. She should get a fishing line, not a bow. But anyways, looking at the gold, Saint Aya, obviously first gen, they do have a little bit of goal leverage, but look at the map, Fredo, with the turret play. We can clearly see that the side of Axis is losing out. They do not have mid, they do not have top, they do not have bottom. First tier turrets have already fallen. That's going to be creating a little bit of gap on the map control as we progress towards the Lord that's coming in 5 seconds right now.
Yeah, definitely is going to play a lot of big part, especially that map control. But there it comes, Tsunami Slam.
Hey, look at the damage that's coming in as well. Beautiful! Like the Farsa with the ultimate damage was able to do. Oh, interruption with the Lancelot, but ultimately Rin will fall as well. That ultimate from Farsa though. Beautiful, that bombardment. Really good job.
Exactly, the feathered airstrike was on point. Air Force type of shit. Like, you know, the Sukhoi sometimes flies around and drops some things. Okay, we don't have to talk about that. I do remember the mistakes I made in the past. But yeah, coming back to the point right now, it seems like Irithel is all in for going for that Lord. But Alucard, seems like she's unaware of him. Maybe she's aware because she's moving away. But if she goes a little bit more closer towards that bush, the Alucard might just try to do the impossible. Okay, he's trying.
Nah. Alucard moment.
Alucard
Pure
moment.
Alucard moment. That is pure Alucard moment.
Yes, main character vibes.
Oh my god, look at the bombardment coming in. All will fall is literally following the name. What is that? All alone? Trying to swallow 1 versus 1 to Yishin. The heal is there to provide the backup, but it's not going to be enough perhaps. Florian doing the best.
Oh my god.
That is so risky. That was so Rambo. Just trying to go all in on the turret against 2 marksmen. Look at the Lancelot coming in. Sink in. The combo is there and he's able to get a mega kill. Focus is full on focus, but he will get shut it down. What is Saint Aya College and obviously first gen team? What,
oh my god!
Like, what are they smoking? Because they're going into the base.
They are really fearless. I mean, the way they are playing, and I really like the coordination of the Florian and the Irithel though, because the Florian was actually taking that turret damage, you know. But
yeah,
focus. He should have been more focused there, because that was not good from him. Because the minions actually left by the time he took that kill, so he was not able to retreat back.
But he took Granger. I guess it's 50-50, right? 60-40. Take it, right? But anyways, the barrage is there into the mid lane. The bombardment is able to push it back, and they are trying to get the turrets. Most likely, we're going to be seeing the mid-tier inhibitor immediately fall. Was that a flicker coming in from Junemax? I think he was...
What?
That was a paranoid move, I think. But look at the engagers coming in. Lapu Lapu going in. All ham will fall into the hands of Kyle Z right now. I feel like first gen is playing a little bit too Rambo. They're trusting the heal too much because the damage is there. They need to respect it.
I think something is wrong with the Alucard actually, because he's recalling continuously in the bottom lane. Is he actually a bit tilted with his teammates or something? I don't know, but definitely it seems like something is up, because he's recalling again and again, but he does not, you know, actually recall completely. But finally he does.
Ultimately, a lot of gold on the table for first gen. Of course, Saint Aya University, they have 6,000 in 12 minutes, and the next lot coming in 50 seconds, Fredo. They have the whole map to themselves. It's completely red with only 2 inhibitors standing, and even the top one still looks grim. It's just 2 basic attacks away from getting taken down. Lancelot over here trying to focus into someone.
Whoa.
Kyle Z might just get taken down over here, but no, he looks like it's gonna be Kyle Z retaliating back. Irithel goes in, Ham tries to do it, but Tsunami Slam comes in on the last second. June Max will be getting the kill, and with that, 2 DPS not onto the table. They do take down the bottom inhibitor most likely, but Alucard wants to go in. The Florin comes in with the Winter Crown. Why? Because you're gonna get taken down anyway. Perhaps a slot of item, but the haha emoji is there, so maybe it was all according to the plan. But would the plan work with all of the members down? The Lord is coming in.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a big question. The Lord was up. That was not the best time to take fights. So will Axis capitalize on this opportunity, or will Saint Zaya be able to do it? Because, focus is up. He does have the Lancelot, and we all know Lancelot is one of those heroes that can always do those outplays.
Lapu Lapu going in all alone again. Decide first Zen. Right now, they're kind of making the mistakes of trying to solo 1v5. Lancelot though over here most likely wants to go in for a Retribution combination, but look at the Irithel getting slammed by, but no focus with the Retribution. Focus on his hands, will be able to get a Kyle Z as well as the Lord as well. Double kill for this jungler, and immediately tides have been switched. 4 members down, only Granger left to defend, with the Lord most likely going to be marching down as well. Irithel does not stop, wants to go into the base and take down all of the turrets with the inhibitors falling down. Whoa. Immediately, the sides have switched a 180. It's no longer 50-50 as the minions march down. Looks like first gen will be getting a win because Granger is all alone. The damage is there from Morose, and with the minions coming in, first gen will be able to gain their victory and move forward, as this is the best of 1 elimination rounds.
What a game that was. What a game that was. That was, one of the most, how can I say, roller coaster ride kind of game that I've watched in a while. Because
a good way to start.
Yep, back and forth, and finally it was Saint Taya who took it all. But even though in the beginning it seemed like Axis was the one in control, so very Absolutely. Unexpected game. And we're going to see more of this kind, in this tournament.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting actually. It is like it was going very head to head. Like it was obviously a game of the rope game, I forgot.
Tug of war.
Tug of war. It was a very tug of war-ish game. It was very head-to-head sometimes, but it was pretty clear first gen was making the pace, right? They were trying to increase it. But ultimately, at that last fight, this Lapu Lapu did get taken down first, but Lancelot over there, gotta give credits to him. That was really great, like micro. For sure. It's not macro anymore, it's micro. So much great skill. Took the Lord, took down the jungler, and took down the roamer as well on the process. Really great combinations. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first match. Since this is the first day, we'll not be hosting giveaways just yet, but they will be soon. So make sure you stay tuned for them and make sure you tune in every day. But we will take a break and we'll be back with the 2 more sets of teams who are representing their own universities, and we'll be back with game number 2.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I changed my shirt because it was too transparent. But finally,
Oh my
we're
God,
back again
Superman.
with Superman. Don't be Lex Luthor. But yeah, jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, of course, National College Cup NCC, one of the most unique tournaments that we have. The online phase has finally started today. We just had a really thrilling and a very 180 table turning match for the first one, kicking things off with it. And right now, we're going to be starting with game number 2. And right now, okay, looks like the next team, they're from Don Bosco University. And if I'm not wrong, it
Whoa.
should be from Guwahati, if unless there
Wow.
are Don Bosco in other states as well. I'm not sure. I know that in Assam it exists. But yeah, looking forward to them. I do have a few friends there. But anyways, we'll soon get to know the teams. But anyways, Fredo, welcome back. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your caster, Ray. And yeah, I'm joined by Fredo over here
Yep.
on this side. Yeah.
We are going to. Okay, see, Ray is wearing a Superman shirt, and I have an Iron Man thing behind me. Oh, it's this side actually. Yeah, it's inverted. So yeah, this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
So
That's
it's
kind of
going to
nice,
be a
bro.
superhero showdown casting tonight, guys.
Damn, bro.
So it's going to be really
My
fun to
hair was
see
messing. Yeah.
Don Bosco. I mean, going to see which Don Bosco. Okay, it's actually from Boroland. Okay, and the other one is Boroland University. Okay, so we're going to see
Okay.
Boroland and Don
Both
Bosco
from Assam, if
University
I'm not wrong.
going up
Yeah.
against each other. And of course, when it comes to colleges, I don't think there are a lot of colleges in the entire Northeast as compared to Assam, because Assam has like a
Yeah.
lot of higher educational institutions. So we're going to see a lot of teams from Assam tonight.
For sure. I mean, we're going to be seeing it for the whole tournament, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a very long tournament because we're going to be streaming a lot of the best of one series. It's going to be knockdowns, knockouts, mostly around 3 weeks, I think, if I'm not wrong. We'll obviously we'll keep on seeing the matches. It's better to not just announce it just yet. We'll keep witnessing and casting for them, of course. And once the best of one series is over, we're going to be moving to best of 3 series, and then for, of course, the top 8, top 16. You know the deal, round robin stages. So we're looking forward to that as well. And I'm looking forward because the tournament, I know most likely we're going to be seeing some top teams coming in as well, because of course a lot of them are students, and I'm looking forward to what university they are choosing to represent. But at the same time, it does what do you say, kind of, what's the word, exclude a few teams as well, because some of them do have jobs, they have already graduated. So I'm kind of, we might not see all the teams, but I'm looking forward to some teams who are still in, right? I'm looking forward to Skyzen. He should be coming, right? Bro is,
Okay.
he should be
And
coming technically, right? As well as
hmm.
Faded. They're all like very young people. I'm actually looking for which pro teams are going to be coming in. What do you think, Fredo? I mean, you know some team details, like some young boys.
Mm, yeah, I do know some of them, some from my own state, some from others,
Yeah, yeah.
but I don't really know where they study. So, if someday,
Hmm.
we're casting while we're casting, a new university comes up and I come to know that, okay, they study there. So it won't be a surprise actually. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect right now, but one thing that we can definitely expect is that most of them are going to be really like, the crowd is going to be really high, because when their university comes in, I mean, the thing is, if you are actually one of those people who are watching this tournament right now, you should actually share about this tournament, because the more you share about this tournament, the more that the other college people will also know. So it might be happening that you are actually playing your tournament. I mean, sorry, your college is actually playing the tournament, but you don't even know about it, because we all know these communities, they exist actually, but they don't really talk to each other so much. So sometimes what happens is a lot of those people are unaware that one of their own teams from your college is playing the tournament. So yeah, might as well not want to miss out on the support that you can get from your own university. So of course, share it to your classmate friends WhatsApp groups. Share it to the groups where your professors are as well. They should also be aware. And yeah, make them, let them know that Mobile Legends is here and they're conducting a tournament where universities can actually participate. And of course, shout out to Battle Lines India for doing that and making that happen. Right now,
Of
though,
course,
we'll be
IGC.
going.
We gotta
Hmm,
give a shout out to IGC, the one responsible for this awesome
yep.
production. Loving the color scheme. It's all optimistic. It's so nice. It's all blue and like yellow and shine of a little bit of, what do you say, the green as well. It's really nice. And yeah, do share the stream. Like, look at me, I'm doing it right now. Yeah, it's a little transparent, but yeah, make sure to share the stream to your friends, just like Fredo mentioned. Make sure your teams and your classmates know, because of course it would be nice. And the prize and everything, we'll announce it pretty soon. But I think you guys already know it's a cash tournament plus diamond pool as well. It was on the poster and on the promotional matches as well. So if you aren't aware already, it was around I think 55. I'll check it and I'll let you know. We were in a little bit of hurry because of course this is something that we are all excited to come for. Anyways, right now we should have Team Aces and Team Arachnophobia coming in pretty soon. Arachnophobia is the fear of spiders, if I'm not wrong, and Aces is obviously Ace, the card, right?
It's
So
actually arachnophobia. Yeah, not
Arachno,
arca.
right?
Yeah,
Wait,
arachnophobia.
hey, oh, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. My texts are very small, like something like this.
No problem, dude. We all
Yeah,
know that we like Spider-Man, but when we see a spider in front of us, we don't really like
that's
it. So
funny.
yeah,
Superman,
arachnophobia.
Iron Man, Spider-Man. What's next? Batman.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah.
If we
Ev-
have a player called Batman, that would be pretty cinema.
Oh, that
Like,
would be pretty sick, bro. Right now, one guy comes out from Don Bosco University, and his name turns out to be Batman. Oh, it's going to be a very, very nice match
yeah.
actually if that happens. But before
You
we,
should try casting in Batman voice.
oh, you want me to cast in Batman voice?
Bro, it's gonna be the owner for Battle Knights India will kick us out. I did not call you
Oh
to
my
role
god.
play.
Role play, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that's not what we
we,
want to do here.
yeah.
But if
We'll get
situation is
copyrighted, bro.
demanding
We'll
it,
get copyrighted from DC Universe.
oh my god. Okay, I'm not that good. I can't make Christian Bale's voice here. And
To
I'm
be
no
fair,
Batman, dude.
it's not that hard because you just have to sound like you're very, like,
You're having a
you
bad
have
throat.
asthma. Yeah, you have asthma or something.
Asthma, yeah, asthma.
Yeah, most likely. But yes, the draft should be starting in soon. So anyway, Fredo, do continue in.
Yep. Before the draft begins, of course, we have seen what things could happen right now in this meta. We have seen that, especially the Lapu Lapu. I mean, honestly, even though we did not, always saw the Lancelot and the Irithel, but we have to give credit to the Lapu Lapu in the last match who was doing most of the heavy lifting, like you said, taking a lot of hits, dealing a lot of damages at the same time because that guy he's
He's
made
like
to
this.
fight. Exactly. And he's a tribal warrior, just like all the tribals are in Northeast. And we like to fight. And right now it's going to happen again because there's going to be two teams from Assam playing Bodoland University going up against Don Bosco University. And if you are watching from either of those, or maybe it's near, it's near to your house, maybe you know about these universities. So if you know about them, share it to your friends who study there. You might have some friends who study in Don Bosco University or who study in the Boroland University, and you might want them to watch this stream right now because their universities are playing. And of course, the people representing, who knows, it might be your friend, and he's just shy to tell you because he does not want to see he does not want his friends to see him lose okay on the
Damn, bro.
stream because the next day he'll be getting
Called
trolled
out.
by his entire college.
Cold out. So yeah, make sure to humiliate your friends if they lose. Make sure to
Yeah.
share it twice as much, because I mean that's what school days are, right? The more you
Yep.
humiliate, the more you love them. But yeah, that's about it, isn't it? We have to. What do you say? I forgot. I forgot the word I was about to say. But yeah, Fredo, you can continue if you want to say anything. The teams are taking some time. Are they doing their homework or something?
I think
Or assignments? I do have my own
maybe
assignments.
yeah. Actually, when you're in college, you do get a lot of assignments and homeworks, and I
I have
think
a
I think they are
presentation on 19.
actually. Mm,
Oh, okay. Hello. We got a
okay.
confirmation. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like Borland will be the one getting the win because are gonna. Why? I can't pronounce the word, Fredo. You say which team walked over.
Okay, so it's going to be the Boroland University which is winning, and the name of their team was actually Arachnophobia. So they are afraid of spiders. But guess who's afraid of Boroland University? It's going to be Don Bosco University. So Don Bosco
That's
University.
unfortunate.
Unfortunately, you will not be seeing your team fight because they have decided to skip on representing Don Bosco. They have decided that they are not man enough to represent their university.
Damn.
So
Fedor
Bodoland
does not hold
University
back.
will be the one who will be taking this win easily with no sweat to break. So yeah, that's it. The winners of the second match already announced.
Yeah, we'll have a few walkovers. Of course, this is because sometimes maybe some emergency, sometimes some issues, but whatever it may be, we're going to be here, our casters, of course. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to be coming back with the third match. Of course, since this match has been forfeited, there's going to be a little bit of a break time, of course, and we'll be calling the third team pretty soon. We'll be right back with the third match of this evening. So make sure you stay tuned and keep on watching, of course, National College Cup by Battle Knights India. We'll be right back.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to, of course, the National College Cup NCC, brought to you by Battle Knights India. Production partner is Indian Gaming Corps, and of course, obviously powered by Vista as well. And right now, we're going to be getting into the third match. The second one was a walkover, but we're going to be immediately diving into the match of third one. Obviously, tonight we'll have 6 best of 1 series, ladies and gentlemen, and we're just halfway through. Anyways, the teams are going to be Ascendria, Echelon. Damn, what kind of name they got it? Damn, they got some vocabulary lessons done right. On the other hand, we have Ahai. So Fredo, of course, you're into the casting desk. Myself, Ray. So Fredo, why don't you introduce the universities?
Yep, of course. On the blue side, we have Ascendria Echelon, and Ascendria Echelon is actually Ravenshaw University from Cuttack. So it is actually a Orissa-based team. So one team from Orissa. Shout out to the people from Orissa.
Matches too. So shout out.
Shout out to the Orissa people watching this stream right now. And next, of course, we have up is Ahai, a very simple name indeed as compared to their counterpart. And the name of the university is Manipur Technical University. And we know for sure where there is Mobile Legends, there is always people from Manipur. So, yep, people from Manipur as well. Shout out to you guys as we're going to see a showdown tonight between Katak and Manipur. So yeah, Orissa versus Manipur in the chats right now. Let's see though how the bans and picks will be going forward. Of course, we'll be seeing a lot of EXP bans happening as we can already see the Yuzong and the Grok getting banned.
I just love the what do you say, the contrast. First you have the names, right? Ascendria, Echelon, like that is such a mouthful name. On the other side, Ahai. It's just Ahai. One. It's
Hi.
one syllable, right? It's a Ahai. It's
Hi.
so simple. I love the difference that this is a good matchup. Even though it's a spin the wheel matchup, all random guys, obviously, not anything predated. It's a random matchup, and even the random matchup decided, yo, how funny it would be if we just have the most complicated name with the simple one. And the second thing, I love the names as well. One side we have Ravenshaw. If you did not tell me it's from Katak, I would not know where is it from, because it's
Hmm.
such a, I would say, a little bit of a generalist name, right? It sounds
Yep.
like it's something out of a Harry Potter universe, Ravenshaw. But on the other hand, though, we have a very simple one, Manipur Technical University. You already know where is it from. I kind of like that. Because it's
Hmm.
easy to know which state is from. But anyway, MTU
Hmm.
versus Ravenshaw. Let's see what it's gonna be. The bands are coming in. A Yushang band though, interesting, Fredo.
Of course, one of the dominant EXP laners and two heroes that we actually three heroes that we saw in the previous match. Lancelot Granger getting banned on the same time. Oh, another now. Okay, four heroes. Make that four right now because Ethan Shin and Florin as well getting banned. So four heroes that we saw in the previous match getting banned here. Or is it actually a Ethan Shin or is it actually Lapu Lapu? I'm a little
It's
bit confused.
Yushin. It's a
Ethan Shin. So
Yushin,
yeah,
don't worry, yeah.
then it's four then.
You're actually right. I've just noticed they both have the same hair thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like the face looks a little bit similar, right?
It's a little bit similar, but I know him because he also has something on the other side. That's
Yeah,
why.
the
Uh,
the beads that he wears,
Yeah, yeah.
because
Korean thing because he is an admiral. But oh, there we go. Uranus. First pick.
ম্যাচ
Very signature. And also, it's pretty interesting one thing.
স্ট্রিমে আছি আরেকটা ম্যাচ আমার
But what was it again?
স্ট্রিমে
I forgot
আছি
the word.
এই একটা হয়ে গেলে আরেকটা করে চলে আসবো
Hmm.
Do mute yourself, whoever is on the VC. And the other side, we have Ruby and Irthel. What I'm really interested. You in his first one.
Yeah, we're going to see first pick Irithel as well. Once again, in the last match as well, Irithel was first pick. In this match as well, it's the first pick. And actually, we do know that it was actually Team Ahai who won the toss, and they were the ones who chose second pick. So seems like they came with a strategy tonight, and they're kind of executing it with that Irithel first pick.
Irthel first pick obviously did work out in the first match, but the Ruby, I've lately seen her been play once or twice in the goal lane in some
Mm-hmm.
matches, but EXP lane Ruby, sustain versus sustain basically. This is oh yeah boy, there we go. The Zushin
Oh,
is coming in. One thing, two things obviously. First, obviously I'm a huge simp. I
oh,
would
sorry.
go on full on elaboration why I love her. You guys, I mean, I can't be any more obvious. But the second thing is that if you've noticed, Fredo, obviously we've had MSC recently, and of course before that we've had an MPL ID, everything, right? Have you noticed that most of these out of India, obviously Southeast Asian teams, they love Zushin just as much as I do, and she actually dominates like insanely. And after the nerf, a lot of Indian teams see, what do you say? I saw that they stopped prioritizing Zushin. They did not pick it. There was teams like only LCF and sometimes maybe the Hands of Tartarus or maybe
Yep.
at most, what do you say? Another team I forgot. But yeah, basically those two teams who were utilizing the Zushin, which was surprising
Mm-hmm.
to me. The nerf did not affect her. She's still extremely strong. So it was surprising to me why they were not picking it. So it's actually kind of nice that we have a team representing, of course, a college that they're here from Katak and they're going for a combination of very hefty frontliners. We have two basically tanks in the front with Zushin accompanied. A really good combo, but it can be disrupted by a few heroes. And I feel like Ascendria should have some response on their hands.
Yep, they should definitely be having some responses up their sleeves because if not, then it's going to be really difficult to deal with the Zushin. And one of the few counters of Jushin is actually the Fanny, but right now they have it banned here. And it may be because the enemy did ban the Kufra. Fredrin as well has been banned here. Ahai seems to be really aware of what works in this meta, but I don't think the Fanny is one of them. But meanwhile, on the other side, we see a Gatot Kacha ban. So they do not want the enemy to be too sustainable because they know they do not really have a lot of burst. Because if you look at that, Hylos, Uranus, and Zushin, not a lot of burst on their side. So it will be difficult if they
Yeah,
have.
DPS, yeah.
Exactly. It's a lot of DPS. There's no burst. So that's why they do not want the Gatot Kacha to fall into their hands because we know Gatot Kacha, he can sustain a lot of damage. And right now, they know that they do not have enough to tank, to take down the enemy as well. Because, I mean, high loss and Uranus for you. So they bring in Carmilla, someone who can multiply their damage. So that
Oh,
will
good
be
point.
a good
Yeah.
pick. Yep.
That is a good point, Fredo. Like,
Oh.
the combination of Curse of Blood could be good, especially because Xavier is pure single target and Irithel, heavy crossbow, yes, she is AoE, but mostly she's single target. So having the Carmilla combination could be good. And we're seeing a debut of a Bane. That's actually really surprising. I'm not sure how it's going to be combo and Bane on this season. Did he receive any buffs recently? Sorry, I did not go through the whole patch note, but I feel like even if he got a buff, in this match at least, not the best option considering there's a Zushin and Bane does not have any dashes to get out of the Lantern Flare. So I think it's going to be Bane is just going to get bullied, not to mention the two hefty frontliners, Uranus and Hylos. How is he able to move out of all that slow? Ruby is not going to be enough for that.
I'm also wondering right now what could be the best option here, but I feel like they took this Bane here because he's like a safe choice, He's actually not like the best jungler that you always prio, but whenever you feel like you're in a tough spot, I always choose Bane, and that is exactly what Ahai has done here as well. And I feel like Ascendria Echelon, they played it really well here by picking up the Hayabusa because we all know Hayabusa is another one of those heroes that can counter the Zushin because we all know Zushin does not get, taken down, especially with heroes that do not have a lot of high mobility skills because she can always avoid anyone who tries to, come to her face on. So they picked up the Hayabusa, and along with that, a lot of team fight already into their hands. They pick up a Moskov to go and try for that split push. So right now, it's not going to be easy for Ahai because there will always be the possibility of this Moskov pushing down the far lane.
And also, not to mention, except for Irithel, Bane can push, but just like I mentioned, he can easily be taken down as well. So, other than the Irithel, rest of the four members, they're going to be struggling, just like you mentioned, with the Moskov. SOD is going to be there, and he's going to be teleporting much, much better. Not to mention, Hayabusa is easy sweep against the Bane, too much mobility. So, I think they're kind of getting a little bit of a little bit of disparity. There's too much value with the frontliners that the side of Ascendria, Echelon, obviously the University of Katak has been doing. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn. We're going to be witnessing the third game of tonight, MTU University Ahai and Ravenshaw University Ace. But let's see how the match is going to be happening and what is going to be intercasting. That's myself, Ray, but already some action into a top lane. A little bit of poking, nothing much else.
Definitely a little bit of poking game going on as both the teams have a lot of DPS. Revitalize has been popped off and Zoba might be getting taken down here. The Hayabusa goes in, first blood secured here by Dracoon. Hayabusa still wants to go in for the Ruby, but she sustains out every single thing thrown at her. And the Bane arrives, does not really have that level 4 yet, so Deadly Catch won't be available as of now. But that will be it for the first clash of the game.
Nothing out of ordinary, of course, the side of Ravenshaw University having a little bit of advantage. Oh, just as I speak, what was that on bot lane, Fredo? A full-on marksman versus marksman trade? Not that worth it, I would say.
Yep, not worth it because he got taken down as well. It was a 2v1, but right now the Deadly Catch was used. But the Bane gets pulled in once again by the Zushin Lantern Flare, but now she runs out of mana. Will she be able to survive it? Yes, she does. But it will be the Xavier who will seal the deal with that mystic gun of his. And with that, he'll be able to get that kill as well. Gojo Satoru, especially him, showing his moves. But right now, let's talk about the turtle, which is being approached here by the Hylos.
two frontliners over here just trying to. Actually, Hylas can solo kill the Savior if we could reach him immediately. But the turtle looks like it's going to be into their hand. Look at the engage into the top lane, Fredo.
Whoa. They actually use the revitalize,
Oh,
and there
oh, oh.
comes the connection. That is so good from the Carmilla, and now he will be able to get one down for his team. But it seems like another member might be falling soon, and it will be the Bane going down into the hands of the Moskov, still going in for the Carmilla, not the best target. Meanwhile, look at the bottom side of the screen.
Ooh.
As you can see, the Zushin gets one more. And that will be a 4-4-3 score line right now. And along with the turtle, seems like Ravenshaw University is actually doing pretty good. And oh, the ultimate has been used here, Lantern Flare, but it's not enough to take down a healthy Carmilla.
A healthy Carmilla. She's not sick, right? But yeah, jokes aside, I really loved. Oh, what's happening into the far right lane? Hylas just being a menace, isn't he? He's trying to take the bike down with his 4 legs.
Oh, he has 4 legs. And of course, he has 2 hands as well. That's a lot of limbs to use, but not enough to catch the Arize, who also has her ride, which is
bike.
actually a Ducati. Yes, of course, a Ducati. Really fast bikes, those Italian, they make. So yeah, it will not be enough to be caught down by a cyber horse? I don't know what to say.
So, yeah, technically, Cyber Horse, you are right. But a lot of poking and damaging that is happening all throughout the map. Quite chaotic, but overall we have to look at the win conditions as well as the fact that what's their main priority is going to be, and of course it's going to be fell into the bot lane, gonna get taken down just as I speak. What?
Okay.
Why?
That was some naughty stuff done here by Dracoon, recalling. I know he knew that the enemy was going to go down. He still, waited 1 second before the Arize died to just show that recall, taunt the enemy. And right now, Ravenshaw doing really good here, invading hard as well. Carmilla comes in, connection does not land really well, Purify being forced out as well. Oh, that was insane from the Ruby too. Man, I am offended inside the tower, but there was no backup.
Not
There
enough
was
damage.
nothing to support that, so that will be of no use. But what a play that was by the Ruby.
That was a full-on Yapuru, I think. Yeah, that was such a great move. If only they had some damage, or perhaps the Xavier was there to freeze them inside the turret with obviously the combo of S1, S2. But unfortunately, it was not on the table and it did not bring any value. The next turtle is up, but look at the engage. Most likely Zadushian is going to be the one initiating, because look at the position of the Uranus over there.
Oh, seems
Go
like
in.
the Glorious Pathway has been placed as well.
Like a
Ascendria
ping
connects, does not land really well, but the Bane will get taken down first. And look at that, Carmilla also gets one. And with that, the fight seems to be breaking off, but the Zushin still seems like she wants to use her Lantern Flare on the enemies, try and poke them a little bit, because the Hayabusa was busy pushing top side. They're trying to keep them engaged as the Moskov and Hayabusa are trying to take down turrets. There comes the Ugi Shadow Kill to get down the Xavier. Gojo Satoru will fall. And along with that, a turret in the mid lane will get taken down as well. The Zushin falls, and seems like the piercing damage from the Moskov might get down that Ruby, but Ruby still escapes somehow. Dracoon being annoying once again on their faces. And that will be it for now, but the Hayabusa trying to take that turtle down as well. Good stuff happening here for Ravenshaw.
Ravenshaw has been doing a really good job against MTU right now, and I would love to see the builds. I do think the Irtel is kind of making some progress with the itemization. She is dishing out some damage to Uranus, and that is kind of a good thing. Okay, she does have the Hass's Claw, has some life steal, and of course the penetration as well, most likely building towards that Malefic gun. On the other hand, though, Xavier only got done his cooldown reduction items, but that's going to be value for main thing. Is going to be able to spam comfortably. The main thing right now they need is some damage onto the table, and they will have to build it up pretty soon, because the Moskov as well as the Hayabusa are already coming online into the side. 75 score, around 3,000 gold lead into the hands of Ravenshaw University. We can clearly see the turrets, tier 1s have also fallen down, so a lot of disparity is being happening. One good play from the Ruby though, and having resources, I do think MQ can make a comeback, but so far, can't find any window just yet, Fredo.
Yes, and for now, they're not finding any windows. And like you said, they do have a lot of potential for team fights, because they have the Xavier, they have the Bane, they have the Carmilla as well.
And
Absolutely.
along with that, the Ruby. So if you take all those combined, that's a lot of teamfight potential that they
Oh,
have. And right now, the
Bodley.
connection is just so good.
Finally.
And look at that. They make the comeback happen with that connections, capitalizing on that, chasing down the high loss. It might be just enough to yes, and with that, they will get one down. Oh, the flicker coming in from the Carmilla. That was not necessary, but with that, the ultimate of the Zushin has been forced out, and will they try to go and take down this turret? Yes, they do. But the Hayabusa has
Hayabusa's back
arrived.
though.
One more to take down, but oh, he gets that turret, and the damage coming in from this Irithel is just way too much.
Ooh.
SOD lands, but will he arrive? Yes, he does, but late. So
Doesn't
yeah,
engage.
he won't be able to catch anyone, and of course it was a 3v1, so not wise to do that.
If this was late game Moskov, he would have 100% came in. No hesitation.
Definitely.
No hesitation. This is one of my issues with playing Moskov myself. Like if I have items, I'm not. If it hits the SOD, I'm gonna be coming in for sure. But score 8-9. The side of MTU finally making the play that I was talking about, and if they can make it happen again and again, I do think a chance of a comeback with so many lost turrets is actually into the table. The Crimson Beacon being baited out by the Carmilla was expensive.
Whoa.
But the honored one over here just taunting this horse. But the Lord is up, Fredo. I do think the Lord should be their main priority, because the more they delay the game, it's I think it's 50-50. Moskov and Irithel both are great marksmen, but I feel like it's more situational, right? Whoever can play better. But oh, look at the bottom lane. Do they want to go in?
Hey. Look
Queen's
at
Wings?
that Bane. He's doing a very good job there. He does know that the Hayabusa is not nearby. So he's still trying his best to try to take down this Lord. But he
Ruby
doesn't want to
level
go front alone. EXP laners should be helping him. Look at the high loss zoning out the enemy mage. And with that, that was not a good team fight here for MTU to take, because they are getting taken down members one by one. Look at that double
Two
kill
down.
for Hayabusa. Into the backline. SOD does not connect.
Free.
But seems like another one might fall soon. Honored one trying his best to stay alive. And yes, he
Maniac,
does.
is it?
But for that, he'll be losing all of his other teammates. And with that, Ruby, the one who made that awesome play, will get taken down as well.
Damn.
And with that comes the first maniac of the National College Cup, secured here by none other than Nem from Ravenshaw University, showing exactly that this university from Orissa is something that we need to talk about.
That is amazing. First night, and this is their first match, right? They get the Maniac. That's amazing, especially from a Hayabusa, who's known for being a single target hero, taking down 4 people. Great job from the team overall. 12-11 score, but the goal lead remains the same. So overall, the side of MTU is trying to make a clapback, but it's not on the table just yet because the farm difference. Let's look at the itemization. Jushin obviously has both of the mages. They have actually Xavier is doing better than the Zushin. I just realized Xavier over here, he's trying to channel his inner Gojo Satoru, and it's hopefully it can work maybe. On to the other hand though, Moskov Trinity done, and so is the Malefic gun, and because of it, he has enough damage to go all in on it. And so does the Hayabusa as well. 4 items in. A lot of farm disparity. Level 15 for N3M. On the other side, the Bane is only level 12. Meanwhile, the Ruby is still level 10. Too much difference. And I feel like they are going to be suffering quite a bit. Anyways, Hylos most likely wants to go in. All alone.
What? Hylos? What?
No miscommunication, but Hayabusa though.
Oh, might be able to get down that Irithel. Yes, he does. But the shadows, it might be a little bit too late. The cooldowns are coming in, and with that, he will fall. The cooldown was not there. Moskov coming in, though. The piercing damage is going through every single one, and he will be able to almost shred down the entire enemy line, except that 1 HP Carmilla, who will not be able to survive there. But okay, seems like she's able to survive, and now she's all alone trying to defend that. The base, she's trying to bait that minion inside. Look at the Moskov. The damage is way too much. The minions will be arriving anytime soon, and it's a wise decision to just back off right now.
Absolutely. 16-14 score, the side of Ravenshaw University from Katak, Orissa over here, just doing a really great job. What was it? Ascendria. Oh yeah, Ascendria Echelon, right?
Yep.
And MT University, Ahai over here. They're really trying to make the bounce back, but it's just Ruby is doing a good job, but it's just the fact that they're not able to do the best thing. Some of the team fights are just not in their favor. They need the cards to be falling right into the place like a puzzle piece coming in together. They need the Ruby. They need the Carmilla to make that play. Then they need Xavier to obviously stun them immediately, and that is the moment when Irithel and Bane can go in with their ultimates. That is the perfect scenario. That is the perfect puzzle piece that they need, but it's obviously not going to be given them onto a silver platter. Look at the Hylas are coming in from the back end.
That was a good flank. There comes the SOD. Everyone is going in right now from Ravenshaw University. They're trying to take everyone down. Is there enough damage though? Seems like somehow luck has just been on the side of MTU and they're able to survive that. But that was everything, like, every single thing done right by Ravenshaw. Just got a little bit unlucky there. And that's why they'll be able to survive, because the battle spells were available for MTU.
Mm-hmm. But one good thing, they get the Lord, and with the bottom lane inhibitor down, or basically the right lane, I think they are on the right path as well. 16 to 14 score still on the table, and around 4,000 gold lead. Bane is trying to 1 versus 1 at Hayabusa. That is, I feel like they are kind of making a few bad mistakes here and there. They also use up the ultimate. Oh, that did miss out.
Almost.
Just a bit. Yep, almost. But overall, all the ultimates are available. Right lane, the Lord is marching down from the bottom, and right now MTU, this might just be the final push that they have to. They might just get to defend, or maybe the side of Ravenshaw University from Orisha over here might just get the win for themselves. This is the best of 1 series. Look at the top lane, gets taken down.
And with that, Lord crushing down the bottom side, they can exactly go for that base, go for the Nexus. That is all that they're looking for. Right now, the connection has happened from the Carmilla, and they're getting thrown up and down by the Zushin as well. Is it enough to get through the base? And yes, they take down another one of their frontliners. Only the Carmilla remaining. And here comes the Mystic Blast from one and only Honored One. And with that, they're trying to defend the base. The enemy is low. Do they have enough to try and end it? They do have the Moskov, who is dealing a lot of damage with Irithel rising up as well. Anon trying his best, but is it enough to defend it right now, as the minions are almost over and they should be safe for a while? But Hayabusa arrives and he does have his quad shadow kill, and that will be enough to take down the Honored One. And with that, right now, Ravenshaw University will try to look for the end, but they won't be able to do so, as the Zushin will get taken down.
That is actually an amazing defense. I had to process it a little bit, because that is a good defense. For a second, I really thought the side of Ravenshaw was just going to be walking out with the win, but MTU, they just got their power spike, especially with the Irithel. Can we take a look into the itemization? Yep, Irithel full build. Basically, only one item left, most likely going to be the Despair or the Malefic Roar. And with that onto the table, the side of Ravenshaw, their Light and Blight might be coming in back. Electro over here has to use the ultimate to get out. But on the other hand, the Ruby gets taken down.
Look at that horse. This horse is wise. Because he's able to do what he was supposed to do.
Great mistake.
And with that, distraction has worked very well, because they're able to take down every single member except the Honored One. Once again, left to do the job that he's supposed to do, be the GOAT, be the one to save his teammates. But I do not think it's enough, because everyone from the side of Ravenshaw is alive. Marking down the base is the Moskov, and with that, he will get taken down as well. And the side of Ravenshaw University will be able to get this victory over Manipur Technical University.
And congrats to, of course, Ravenshaw from Orisha for moving forward to the next rounds, of course. Best of 1 series elimination guide, so of course only 1 chances. Aside of MTU, though, I do think their draft was a little bit lacking, but they did what they could best. I was seeing a possible comeback coming in, a clapback, if you would say, but that last moment, Ruby got taken down, and after one, dominoes falling left and right, and they ultimately only had 2-3 members defending without the main DPS, Bane, as well as the Irithel not on the table. It was a futile attempt, ultimately losing out the base. But anyways, that was the match for, of course, the third one, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, we still have 3 more games, so we are not going to be dragging it on for too long. We're just going to be taking a break, because a new set of casters, of course, they're already into the post, so we don't need to introduce. They're going to be coming into the scene, and they will take it for the next 3 matches. Hopefully no walkovers. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is NCC National College Cup. Stay tuned. New set of casters and new set of teams will be coming in, so make sure to share the stream and like the stream, and make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You guys are watching the NCC National College Cup, and we are back again with another match. Now, again, the two matches have already done. The third was unfortunately a forfeit, but moving ahead, we have the teams ready all for you guys. Let me introduce the teams. But before that, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm PT, as you guys already know, and I'm joined by Itami today. Hello, Itami. How are you doing?
Hi, Pichi, and hello, everyone. We are quite excited with the National College Cup starting, and as Pichi has already introduced, we are here for the rest of the games that will be happening for the day. And this game, it is going to be between Team Arize going up against one of the teams from Team Academy, and it is going to be Team All Time Best. So the All Time Best, both of the teams with their names, they are kind of new, but still they have made their way onto the College Cup. So hopefully they will be coming up with some good kind of a competition, let's say. And these teams are from Team Arize is from San Josep Darjeeling. Meanwhile, team all time best is from UN Academy. I'm not so familiar with UN Academy, but San Josep College Darjeeling happens to be one of the college that my father used to study. So I'm quite familiar with the teams, like with the college at least. So hopefully both of the teams will be coming up with a really good competition.
I am curious to know though how they will be playing around. But again, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, it's going to be best of one series. That means teams will be having one chance to prove themselves to go into the round number 2. Round number 1, here we go. The bans and the picks are here. It's looking quite decent enough. Looks like we have Team Arise onto the red side. We have Team All Time Best onto the blue side. Well, they started off with Lapu Lapu. Interestingly enough, this is a EXP lane meta, so banning it off, it is looking good. But one thing is that YSS. I do want to see the YSS getting picked or banned this time.
Yeah, definitely. Like Oasis, he has been quite of a big priority because of the buffs as well as the ultimate adjustment he recently received. The global, what do you call it? The global visions are still there, but the twist is the stun that will be coming up once the Mountain Shaker hits with one of the range, comes onto one of the ranges. So Lapo as well as the Uranus band. So these are, like we already mentioned, they are quite decent bands, and the EXP meta is quite onto the run. So understandable bans, I would say. So is the 1-1. And onto the gold lane, it's the 1-1 or maybe the Irithel, Granger. There are many possibilities, but 1-1, once she gets that snowball kind of a potential, she has, like, if she is fed with the kills, then this cat girl will definitely would have been unstoppable. But for this game, it is banned out.
That's true. That's true. Now again, the 1-1 has risen up in the meta, but the problem is she needs items. She needs a lot of time. She's kind of in a category of a Layla. That Layla scales off to the late game. I do believe that's the same case with her. But again, if you do get enough snowball into her hands during the early game, it's quite possible that you can actually get enough damage onto her. But again, onto the other hand, Arise, their panzers up. They have gone in with the Zishan. Understandable. Again, this is the same case as a YSS, but in the mage category. So it's just the resemblance is really, really a lot. I think we should have in every single lane. So far we have in the jungle, we have one in the maze. Now we need in the marksman the EXP. But if it's there in the EXP, it's gonna get so broken. So maybe looking forward for that. But anytime soon, I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. But anyways, talking about the bans. Oh, YSS
Oh.
banned up. Understandable. I did want to see a YSS gameplay today though, but not in my cards. It's okay. YSS, as you have already mentioned, the strats and strategies, it's been looking quite good. But there's still one thing open. Itami, guess.
Versus even the Lancelot is open, and even the Kimmy is there. So there are still a lot of possibilities, I would say. And even onto the EXP lane, the Yuzhong can also be a good pick right now. He has been quite dominant, and after the buffs he has received, he has been quite, he has came up with the pick rate of him has increased onto the rank scene as well as onto the tournaments. But the problem with the Yuzhong is he is quite squishy onto the early game. And if he is able to utilize it quite well onto the early, if the life steals as well as the initiations is right, then the Yuzhong is definitely going to be working out in the 1v1 kind of a scenario onto the lanes too. But a link ban, something we don't see quite often on the first ban phase. But all time best, they just directly went on with the glue. I agree, the glue is a really good pick, but the problem is early revealing the glue, and they still have the burst kind of mages like the Vexana and the Faramis, as well as the CC is also open. So a lot of counters can be just getting picked up.
Agreed. There are counters open, but Glue as their first pick. I was kind of expecting such as a CC to be up there, given the fact that it does count as maximum of the maximum EXP laners right here. So on the same note, Glue is here, so Team Arise can capitalize the CC onto their hands, but they are not going in for the
Oh.
same. No way, Ray is not here and Ray's waifu is here. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, Jushin is getting prioritized from one of the teams. I do agree with the Jushin. Jushin, if she is matched up against a fighter or a utility jungler, she works out wonders because that guys mostly lack mobility. And Jushin is just gonna slam them here and there. And she, once combined with a Sky Piercer, her damage is definitely going to be hurting. But all time best, what are they going to be going up with? I was actually expecting a CC or maybe a counter for that glue, but for now they have just denied it out. And all time best, they are taking the time onto the gold lane as well, the Granger as well as the Irithel, even the Harith. Most of the options are still open, or maybe they might just go out for the Lancelot pick. That can also be a possibility, or maybe even the Kimmy.
Oh, let's see, let's see. Kimmy is onto the goal lane though. Arize can. I don't think they would be very viable if they go in for the Kimmy. But at the same time, team all the best, all time best. Am I well? I kind of want to see them pick up something of a hero that can actually stop the
Oh,
barrage. They need to stop the barrage, but Leo Mod coming in. Long time no see. I love the hero given the fact that he's kind of very versatile. EXP laner, you can play it. Jungle you can play it. Gold lane, I think there's like 20% chance or maybe like 2% chance right there that you can actually play it. But yeah, that's the case right here. But this time it's going to be a jungle for sure. Valentina, I'm not sure where the Valentina is coming up. Maybe it's going to be such a comfort pick for the maze from the all-time best. That could be the possible. Now both the teams are in for the mid game to the late game. What about the early? I do want to see something early though. The majors doesn't seem kind of an early except for Zushin. Zushin will be having that dominance onto the land of Dawn with her skills for sure. But what about Valentina? Will she be forced out of her lane very quickly or not?
yeah, like Valentina, revealing the Valentina out quite early. The thing with the Valen is if you are able to utilize the ultimates from the opponents, she is one of the best picks. And all-time best by far, they have went out with the comfort picks, let's say, because the Leo mod, it is not, every day we see the Leo mod jungle coming up onto the EXP very rarely. And he is mostly going to be prioritized onto the jungle. So Team Arise, they are banning out the carry. I guess they will be just picking out a support with the Fredrin. Maybe a Matilda or a Florin can also be a good pick. And Fredrin, in terms of the objectives, he will be working out really well. So they will be needing out a brutal kind of a marksman. Let's say a Moscow or maybe a Granger or maybe something else. If team all-time best they don't go out with beefy kind of a composition, then Granger can definitely work. But the problem is Irithel was open and they banned it out. So I'm kind of doubting they might actually go out for the Granger.
Possible though. I do want to see the Granger coming onto the play. Could be very well, fitting right in the composition of Team Arise. But Irithel band up that does screams that Team Arise do really want the Granger for themselves. But team coming in from the all-time best, if they actually ban it up, it's really gonna look good. But again, ladies and gentlemen, go support your own colleges. I am in the I want to look at the chat section very soon enough. I will be there, and I do want to see you guys calling up your friends and telling telling them as well as everyone, call your seniors, call your juniors, tell them that your college is playing. I do want to see all the support for your own. But let's see, moving ahead onto the draft, you do see a Popol and Koopa, and I believe that's a Grok.
Yeah, that is a Grok, but
Oh,
Popple
okay,
and
okay.
Koopa, questionable. But let's say this guy, like one of the players from all time best, he doesn't have a good experience going up against the Popple and Koopa. So that might be one of the reasons why they have decided to ban it out. Other reason can be one of the players from the side of Team Arise, they like using this hero. So they maybe have done their homework and they just banned out the Popple. So Popple, if he was picked out, I guess he has a lot of push objectives. He can be, he has a really good push potential, let's say. And with the traps, he can reveal out the locations of the enemies. So it would have been a decent kind of a pick, but I still believe he was mostly of a non-meta pick, more onto the comfort. So Arise, they are taking the time. Most probably they are picking out a support or maybe a setup kind of a tank, you don't know, or most probably a goal lane, a Granger is still open. You can just go out with a hero, instead of giving it out to team all-time best.
Definitely. Arise, I do feel like 90% of the chance that we will be looking at a Granger coming in, but all that for so much damage. Maybe the Granger does have the mobility to actually support himself, and you're talking about Barang, possibly in the roam. I do want to see Barang roam and another EXP coming in just to counter this, you know,
Oh,
and yeah, as well, I was mentioning the CC being such a popular pick as a first, and that is not the case today. We will be looking at the CC against the glue. That just means that the Barang is pushed onto the roam. Now, it's looking good for Team Arise. And what about Team All Time Best, Atami?
yeah, I know. We were kind of expecting the Badang to go on onto the EXP because he was revealed out quite earlier on. But the CC against the Glue, I actually love this pick because she is more of a natural counter against the Glue, and once she comes up with the yo-yo blitz, that can actually be counterable. But okay, they went out for the Minotaur. The Monian Furies will be coming up, so okay, the crowd control is definitely there, and also the Brody. But the guy just picked out a Clint against a Brody, onto the laning. I believe Brody will still have a little bit of an advantage thanks to his range. And unless Clint is not able to get the Malefic gun combined with the Endless Battle, he will be having some kind of problems in order to last hit the minions. By far, I would say both of the teams, they are relying on to their comfortability, but I guess it will all depend on the execution. Which draft do you actually prefer better, Pichi?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Clint though. I like the Fredrin pick. I like the Clint as well. Now the teams are coming in formation, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you into Galatotron. You guys are watching the fourth match of the day between Team UN Academy. That's going to be all-time best going against Team St. Joseph Darjeeling. Let's see which team gets the best. And now, Mitami, I'm kind of rooting for Team St. Joseph though, just because your father was a pass out from there.
Yeah, kind of with me, like same case with me too, but let's not underestimate UN Academy. Like their draft is also really good, but the Leo mod pick, he needs to be having a lot of control onto the early game. That's where Leo mod mostly shines. So he should be able to have the advantage, and it will be depending upon how well he is able to execute it. So Glue is already having a little bit of a hassle going up against that CC. He is just getting pushed out onto the turrets, and by far it is looking so far so good for the side of Team Arise.
That's true. That's true. And again, talking about the Leo mod, he will be needing his, what do you call that? Snowball. Something like a snowball potential onto him, given the fact that his passive allows him to come up at the last moment. If he picks up the crumbs from what his team leaves, I think that is one of the
Oh,
best ways
oh,
to capitalize it. But onto the bottom lane, I don't think that was a setup for Leo mod. He should have come in a little bit later, but it's okay. They just want to make sure to poke the CC just enough before the turtle comes.
yeah, that the ultimate from him would have been quite useful onto the turtle fights. Actually, look at that Jushin already popping the Minotaur quite down. He is not that tanky onto the early game phases. He will be requiring the items. The turtle has already been spawned, and both of the teams, they are taking the time in order to contest it. But still, St. Joseph College, they are still having a little bit of an advantage, and looks like the Fredrin, he will be the one contesting the turtle first.
Oh, let's see though. What are they going to do? There's a lot of pressure at the turtle as of now. They want to go in, but at the retribution, this is all that matters. And the retribution goes into the hands of Fredrin. They have gone in. Leomod decides to go back, but the first blood will be going down into the hands of Jax. This is so much damage.
Good call. As actually, the first blood as well as the turtle going out for the side of Team Arise. So a good trade by far, and they are having slight of a go lead. And looks like the Fredrin, as I already said, in terms of taking the objectives, he's a utility jungler, and his jungle clearance is really fast compared to the Leo mode. And looks like the Yo-Yo Blitz will be coming up. The curtain call is also there. Valentina just gets taken down onto a 1v1 kind of a situation from that CC. That was a good trade.
That's true, that's true. Look at them. They just want to go in and out as much as possible. Leomod along with the Phantom Steed once again. Now, he is kind of cornered out though. I really love the support that the Brody is receiving, but Leomod does need that support. So let's see if they do get it or not. 1 minute left for the Lord. Both the teams do have enough power to get it on as a contest of this time. The last time it was Team St. Joseph College at Darjeeling who did get the hotel. That means they are ahead on the gold. They are ahead on the kills as well, given the fact that they took the second blood as well. Now the pressure is up at the top lane, Itami.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like a gank might be happening up anytime soon, but the thing with UN Academy is the Brody is able to land up with the last sets onto the goal lane, so he is having a slight of a lead. So there is still some decent amount of chance that if a proper team fight as well as the Monian Fury connects, then he will be having more of an advantage. But looks like the turtle will be spawning. Badang is not over engaging, and looks like the Minotaur, he was trying to bait it out. Team fight is coming up. There is the Monian Fury. It will only connect onto one people, but Leo Mode will be trying to dive in with the ultimate of his. Jushin comes up with a Crimson Beacon as well, but this time it will be the Brody getting taken down, and two of the members from the side of Team UN Academy just going to be down, and that will be a 4-for-0 trade for the side of Team Arize. A good team fight as well as a good call coming up. Minotaur was trying to bait them out, but it backfired onto them.
That is true. The Minotaur does give out a very good setup, but Team St. Joseph Darts College are really playing on a re-engage. They want Team UN Academy to put all the pressure, to put all the skills on the land of Dawn, and then they will strike. I love the strategy that they have picked up, but now we are slowly moving towards the mid game now. This is going to be such an interesting game, given the fact that the mid game to the late game, this is where the real game is gonna start. So let's see if Fredrindo comes in with a taunt for this Valentina, unable to get enough damage. She's just moving around. I feel like, again, it's a little bit of a forced pick, don't you think so? Talking about the Valentina.
Yeah, like it was an early kind of a call, let's say, onto the mage. Maybe the comfort was definitely there, but there is no proper ultimate that you could utilize for the Valentina. That is the main problem. If they went up with the setup kind of a tank, like the Badang is there for the setups, but the problem is Valentina can't come up with a wall. So the pick is not that much working out, and I love the fact that the Valentina is named out Peaches for some reason, and looks like they are not over engaging as well from the side of Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling. And Arize, they're playing it out quite disciplinedly. Even they have the fact that they do have the goal lead as well as the objectives are there from the side, but either way, both of the teams, they are yet to take down a single tower from either of the sides.
That's true, that's true. Valentina might be my alter ego. Who knows? Who knows? But jokes aside, let's see. Both the teams are gearing up for the turtle, but the Minotaur though gonna get hooked up a lot. There, I wanna see the Minotaur and Fury coming in. 2-man knock up. Fredrin out of the way, looking quite low. But this Valentina as well as Brody will be making sure the Fredrin will be out. But onto the back line, I do see the all alone Kenma with the double kill. Looking quite good. Going for the triple. He does get played with a perfect angle. He won't be missing his shots, and he just made that shot.
Yeah, definitely 4-for-1. And Brody, the Brody was trying to recall it out onto the bush, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And one thing I did notice is that the Badang came up with a really good fresh crack onto the wall.
Yeah.
And it did connect onto the Leo mod, able to get the kill onto him. And look at the glue just getting poked down. He might just go down this time. He's trying to use up his ultimate. He uses the flicker, and looks like Leo mod, he was trying to commit onto the team fight as well. But the trades are not happening for the side of Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling at this point. But looks like the Leo mod, he will be trying to go back. Jushin come with the pop-up, but okay, the damage will still not be enough. But somehow Team Arize, they still have the lead.
That's true. They still have the lead. Look at them. They want to go in for the Brody, who does this, gets the stun onto this Fredrin, taking so much damage, almost taken down. What a close call coming in for this Fredrin. Now Team St. Joseph College of Darjeeling wants to make sure that they will be backing off as of now, given the fact that they are not playing around the re-engage anymore. They want to go in right ahead. Even the Fredrin has such a big amount of HP, is still not able to tank it up. Now that's going to be such a problem, but at the same time, they do have the advantage of turrets they do have the advantage of objectives on their hands. So I do want to see them capitalize it very well. Loki, it's kind of going one sided because the one side they do have a lots of kill, and I'm talking like 9x times of kill that is there. But anything can turn around at any time.
Yeah, but the thing is, they are yet to find a proper opening for the side of Team UN Academy, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. Okay, the Fredrin just tries to dive in. Jushin comes up with the Crimson Beacon as well. The Monium Fury will be connecting on to 3 people, but still, they just go back and glue onto a bad position. He will be taken down this time. A mega kill for that Clint. Looks like they will be going back, and Valentina Cappuccina just goes back and looks like it will only be a one trade. But Clint, he is trying to commit. Looks like he doesn't have his Malefic roar yet because the damage is still not onto the range. But Minotaur as well as the Clint will be diving. He will be committing, and that will be a triple kill for that Clint. A 4-4-0 once again, and Team San Josep Collex Darjeeling having the better trade, but looks like Brody will be trying to do with that push objective. Brody is actually a good answer for the Fredrin, but there comes the Appraiser's Wrath. Thrown apart memory will be connecting onto the Fredrin, but the stacks as well as the damage will still not be enough, and on a 1v1 kind of a situation, the Brody will be taken down. An easy lot for the side of Team San Josep Darjeeling Arize.
Now on the objectives, they are very quick enough and they won't be leaving anything much. Now I do want to see them. Talking about the itemization which is being shown at the screen as of now, you will be looking at a Clock of Destiny coming in for this Zushin. Understandable, they kind of want to go for a little of a damage for the Zushin, but is it viable though?
Yeah, the thing is, Clock of Destiny, I think in order to keep out the mana, it does work out. And looking at the itemizations, the Clint has a lot of gold onto his hand, 8k gold only onto his name. The Jushin is itemized with the glowing as well as the Clock of Destiny, so she is more of a support here. And if she was acquired with the kills, then I wouldn't actually be questioning her how she just got the red buffs.
That's true, that's true. Let's see on the bottom lane, the Lord marching in, comes in with a big bang. This Zushin just proves them that they cannot play in for a little bit of utility onto there, but as of now, they want to capitalize the inhibitor. And the inhibitor won't be taken down. The minions are far away, but top lane, I think top lane's gonna go though. It has to go.
Yeah, should be able to go, but still they will be able to take it out somehow. Looks like Team UN Academy yet to find out a proper opening. Only one kill, secured onto the whole team's name. So I guess the damage as well as the neutral objectives and the itemizations are not up to the point. There comes the Monium Fury onto 2 people, will be connecting, but still the Fist Crack as well as the wall combo coming up from the Badang, and that will be a legendary for that Clint. They are still trying to dive, and Diomod is really low. A shutdown onto Kenma this time. Finally the second kill going around for the side of Team UN Academy. Jax just goes back. There is the Appraiser's Wrath, but Minotaur will be escaping. That was a 2-for-1 trade, and Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling, instead of taking the fight, maybe they should have been going out with the objectives.
Agreed. I kind of want to slow down UN Academy given the fact that they do picked up something from the mid game to the late game back again with the items. Brody is all up with his main items. I really like that, and he is kind of far behind from the Clint, so that's going to be a problem. Team coming in. There we go. Glue onto this Fredrin, just making sure to get so much damage. Rico will be taken on next with the Peaches. The third member would be the glue as well. 3 members down for none. What a trade that Team St. Joseph College have picked it up.
Yeah, even if Team UN Academy were the ones who started the fight first, but it was Team San Joseph College Darjeeling who had a better laugh because of the itemizations as well as the goal lead. Like I already mentioned, the Morning Fury will be coming out from the Minotaur in order to save the inhibitor base somehow, but the damage will be quite high, and that is a complete wipeout for the side of Team UN Academy. They are, they don't have the minions, so it's a better, that is a lot better call. Just go out for the Lord and wait it out. Just send your lanes and try to end the game as soon as possible.
Definitely. What a fight of a one-sided match that we are witnessing as of now, but at the same time, UN Academy, come on, you still have a chance, you still have few minutes to buckle up. get your head in the game and give a comeback that we are all waiting for. But kudos for team, St. Joseph College of Darjeeling, though. They have been pushing, they have been having that dominance, and they are not leaving it. They are making sure to get an absolute domination with that lot coming in. Bottom lane once again, mid lane trying to get coming in, but Minotaur, he will be having to force is Minoran Fury as quickly as possible just because the Lord won't be coming in. Itami, what will be the answer coming in from the UN Academy?
They might actually commit with a Monian Fury once again, but the problem is initiation as well as execution. It is not working out for their side, and looks like the Jushin will be coming up with the pops. Leomor just uses his ultimate in order to clear the Lord, but there comes the second minion wave. There is the Monian Fury connecting on to 5 people almost. Looks like the shutdowns are happening, but still the cleanse damage is quite massive. They did got the trades, a 3-for-2. Finally, UN Academy are able to fight it out. But the thing is, the Clint, this guy's damage is coming out like one. He is just throwing out the grenade bombardments, and his damage is absolutely massive.
Agree. Look at him. He's not stoppable. He's just at the back lanes giving those damage. And now that the few of the inhibitors are already down, you will be trying to just make sure that members will be putting the minion pressure at the bottom lane. That is much needed. I do like how Team St. Joseph College of Darjeeling went ahead with that, but it's a very crucial moment for both of these teams. Both of the teams really have to make sure what they are up for. And now that there's just 1 minute left for the Lord UN Academy, I think they should actually go out a little bit, try to avoid the fight, take down, and wait for Team St. Joseph College of Darjeeling to actually make the mistake, though, because last team fight we did see 3 members down just for 2, and they capitalized that mistake very well.
Yeah, but the problem is, they don't have any towers for their side. So it is kind of looking kind of impossible for the side of Team UN Academy just go it out and try to focus onto the push. It is not happening at all. And they are just, sticked around onto the base, and the Lord that will be coming up, maybe they will be trying to get it onto the 16th or the 18th minute mark, because it will be the evolved Lord and he will be having a lot of HP. But look at Team UN Academy, they are not committing. They know the fact that if they try to commit it out, then the gold difference as well as the itemization difference will be the downfall, as well as the minus call, let's say, for the side of Team UN Academy. They are not able to find the opening, and looks like it will be an uncontested lot for the side of Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling. Before, I think the lane sync was not up to the point. So
Yep.
St. Joseph College Darjeeling, this time they can do it better.
Let's see if they did get it or not, given the fact that the Lord just went in onto their hands. The Lord is gone. That means it's going to be such an easy push once again from the bottom lane. I do want to see the members just making sure to get a good lane sync this time. But time's ticking. This might be the last Lord coming in, given the fact that Team UN Academy are still waiting. Minotaur, last moment, he went in for a Millennium Fury. Such a perfect ultimate. I do want to see that again. That is so beautiful.
Yeah, he does have the flicker as well, so that kind of a call might still be happening. But the problem with Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling is they don't have to be sticking out quite together. As the Minotaur, he will be hitting with the Monian Fury like he did before. Looks like a team fight will be happening. Monian be connecting on to anybody this time. There comes the Leo mode with engage, but the crystal is wide open. The roundabout memory will be also coming up, but they still don't have the minions. Since the college at Darjeeling will be able to hold it out somehow. The Fredrin goes down, and looks like Leo mode, he will be able to defend it out somehow. They are just losing out their members, and looks like it will be a 2-for-0 trade. Clint is still there. The damage, oh my goodness, the passive damage from the Clint. He has his immortality as well, but the problem is the Sky Piercer. The crystal is wide open. This time he can go for the end. Oh my god, the glue will be connecting it out. That will be a shutdown, a legendary, but still the immortality will be popped down, and St. Joseph College Darjeeling will be losing out all of their members. 2 for 5. Talk about a comeback.
What just happened? That's wipe out onto the side of Team St. Joseph College of Darjeeling. They just made sure to get the absolute best defense down in the history of team of the Northeast North the National College Cup. So far, I'm really loving the energy coming in from UN Academy. Now it's the time for making sure that they have the farm for to taking the items that they were missing, and to cap if they capitalize these kind of mistakes that Team St. Joseph College, Darjeeling are making, they can actually come up with a good amount of a comeback. But at the same time, the pressure is riding up high for Team St. Joseph College. Look at them. What is it going to be? What's going to be the both the sides, the pressure is up for the lot. 20 seconds left. I don't think UN Academy are in the position to actually go for a contest.
Yeah, and this time definitely it will be an evolved lord, so it is going to be a risky kind of a situation. If they actually try to commit, I would like to give them the kudos that they actually tried onto the lord fight as well. But it would actually be better if they try to commit, but the problem is CC is trying to zone out 3 members onto this. She is making sure none of the members from the side of Team UN Academy will be trying to contest for the Lord, and looks like Shoto, he was still trying to dive in somehow, but it will be an uncontested Lord for the side of Team Arize once again. The mistakes that did happen onto the past 2 Lords, I do hope that they are not going to be repeating it out quite somehow. And the Badang as well as the Fredrin, they have the immortalities this time. The Clint, he has swapped it out most probably with the Rose Gold, so it will be giving out him some additional shields. Meanwhile, the CC has the Winter Crown, so I guess the gold difference at this point, it's already onto the late game, so it doesn't actually matter. So it all comes up to how St. Joseph College Darjeeling will be syncing out the lanes, because the lane sync will be a really crucial part. Crystal's HP is still there, and if it is kind of still open, then maybe this time they might actually be able to end it, but who knows?
Let's see if this is a lost lord or not. Minotaur is still gearing up for another
Oh my
story. Let's see if he gets it. Ahai man. Knock off Fantasy coming up. Minotaur comes in, but the backline
Oh.
one end. The perfect setup. Members are losing one by one. Team UN Academy, they've already lost one of their members, the crucial members, but the crystal being targeted, and Team St. Joseph of Darjeeling will be the winner of this match.
Wow. I gotta give kudos to Team UN Academy as well. What a defense onto both of the team fights, like both of onto the lot fights, and Team St. Joseph College Darjeeling were not able to end it out somehow onto those fights, but onto the third lot, it was the evolved one, and he was a lot tankier compared to the previous 2 ones. So I guess the lane syncing as well as the commitment from the side of Team UN Academy this time around was quite earlier on, so they were not able to actually defend it out. And as we were expecting right from the early game start, like the draft was not exactly, let's say, the problem, because Fredrin was not combined with the support. He instead got setup kind of initiated. The Badang was also there. So Team Arize, I guess on next games, I hope they will be focusing more on to ending the game rather than just extending it out. So, but for now, they will take the W.
Yeah, congratulations to Team St. Joseph College of Darjeeling to moving forward to the round number 2. But this was it for this game. I really love the energy coming in from both the sides, and Team UN Academy also made sure to give their best. I was thinking about how it's going to be a one-sided game, but they proved me. So with that, this was it for the guys. Let's call a break, and with that, we will be right back for the next match.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up!
Hello, hello. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are back again with another match. Now, the matches are going on in a bank. Last match, we did see such an amazing match. But this match is going to go more favorite, given the fact that the fans' favorite are here, is going to be Zohunt XMEA versus Team Wildstorm Riders. Looks like Zohunt will be representing Pasunga University College, and Wildstorm Riders coming in from the side of from the college, Bhavan's Tripura College. So I am interested to see what kind of a gameplay they will be bringing, given the fact that they are going against none other than Zohunt.
Yeah, Zohunt, we are like quite aware of the team, let's say. They are very active onto the tournaments, as well as I would say they are one of the top teams onto the India, like onto the Indian region. So Zohunt are definitely coming up like the favorites, but you never know. Like Wildstorm, they have been quite new, but the new teams, as it is, let's say the underdog teams, they are the underdogs, but still they might be the underground ones. Who knows? They might be coming up with a really good competition against the odds of Team Zohan. But the thing is, they are facing one of the best teams. So how mentally as well as how well they are prepared will be the main question.
That's true, and on top of that, they'll have to just given take into account so many factors about Zohan. You guys know Zohan. Zohan has been active very much onto the land scene as well. Been in the local tournaments. I have seen them winning up multiples time by time. But this time around at the National College Cup, are they here to proceed towards round number 2? But as you guys already know, this is Mobile Legends 5v5. Only one team can proceed when it's a best of one. So let's see which team will be getting the best one. But talking about Zohan though, I do think I do have a feeling that they might have a lineup change. I'm not sure about that, but during the match, let's see about that.
Yeah, they might actually come up with different kind of a lineup, considering the fact, they should be from the same college and stuff. That could be happening,
Alright.
but we never know. So here we are onto the ban phases. Looks like Zohunt will be having the pick advantage, and they have the toss advantage from their side as well. Yeah, that is the Alucard, right? That just got banned out.
Oh, okay, okay. Alucard coming in from Zohan.
Alucard ban. Alucard actually he has getting quite banned out onto the rank scenes mostly.
Yeah,
So
true.
he has received some debuffs, but onto the tournaments, it is quite rare to still see him getting banned out. And even if the Alucard pick is coming up, if the Bakshia is open, he is a great counter against that Alucard because of
Agree.
the anti-heal as well as the burn damage will be coming up from. So both of the teams they are prioritizing the jungler bans, the Alucard as well as the YSS, like Pichi said, it is quite expected. And I like she was saying she did wanted to see a YSS game, but unfortunately for this time as well, it is not happening because he is there onto the ban section. So I guess both of the teams this time they will be trying to prioritize the EXP lane heroes. And I think Peachy is having a bit of an issues, so no worries about that, Peachy. I will be covering you up. So Zohan as well as Wildstorm Riders, they are proceeding with the bans, and most probably this time they actually might go out for the EXP lane hero or maybe another meta hero ban. That is quite possible. But for now, they are just taking the times, and looks like the delay is happening. They are taking the times in terms of the draft. So the first pick priorities for either of the sides, or let's say most of the teams, they are trying to prioritize the EXP lane heroes. And right now, it is taking out some time, but Jimmy as well as other heroes like the Zishan onto the mid and onto the EXP lane, there are many other priorities like the Badang, the CC, even the Blue. Other options are still onto there, but Zuhan, they are taking more time than expected, and looks like yeah, they are having some kind of an issues with the draft. So we will be resolving quite soon. I hope Peachy will also be back with me as soon as possible, and looks like she is back. And yep, welcome back, Peachy. No, Michi, your mic.
Oh, it's on mute. Oh my god. But okay, thank you, Tommy, for taking it over. But are we having a redraft? I think it's that the case, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, most probably it is. And Zohan still has the first pick onto the side. It was the Alucard ban before, so maybe they are trying to resolve it out, or maybe they will still go out with the Alucard ban. We are yet to
Let's.
see it out, so they are taking the times,
Oh,
and there you go. The Oasis as well as the Alucard. So it is going out quite same. So that is not that much of an issue, let's say. And looks like Team Zohunt this time. What can be the next ban, PG?
next ban, I want to see a Lapu Lapu, but that's not the case. Next ban being the Parang. Now, you did see at the last match, the Parang was able to reach up to the backlinks very easily, even without tearing down the front laners. That's the power of Parang. So, Zohant are really aware of that. So, going with this, they did want to ban it out. The Lapu Lapu should be there as expected. Wildstorm Riders did go ahead with that. But I do want to see something of marksman getting banned though. There's one open, there's Granger, there's Irithel, but that's not the case. Phobias. What do you think about that, Atami?
Obvious, maybe they are planning out an assassin kind of a composition. Assassin, let's not say assassin, because we are kind of aware with Dusty pick. He like going out for the utility as well as the fighter junglers, but one assassin he likes picking, which has the mobility, is going to be that Joy. So Joy can actually be the case, but looks like it will be the Arlott getting prioritized as the first pick. Arlott, he recently received a new skin as well as he has recently received some buffs, so I guess it is safe to say that this hero has been quite dominant. And Roma Arlet is also quite of a possibility, but I haven't seen the Rome Arlet getting much success onto the tournament scene. Let's say it was picked out onto the MSC, but he didn't had that much of a good win rate when he went onto the Rome. So while Storm Riders, they are taking the times, they might go out for the EXP as well as other heroes like the Gold or the mid lane. The Kimi is also open, so is Zishan.
Let's see. Lancelot getting banned off. Now, Arlet as the roamer. If the Arlet, kind of a skeptical ban, as you already mentioned about his win rates at the MSC. I do feel that that's the case. Now that it's an EXP meta, EXP laners are kind of tanky. They deal damage. They have enough sustain on their cells, so they don't need the help of the tank to actually be in the team fight. So the tanker could be somewhere of a Minotaur or maybe something like a Kalia who heals off and give a little bit of an extra sustain towards the EXP. That kind of a gameplay could be very beneficial towards Arlet. So even I believe that Arlet onto the EXP lane would be much more into the hands. But I was talking about
Oh,
one of my favorite heroes. I at one point of a time, and I think still my highest marksman is still the 1-1. That's just so crazy. But again, I do want to see the buff on her. I love that she's getting popular once again, but I need that buff. So much nerves have been placed upon her. Come on, let's see. But Zohunt X MEA, they kind of went in for a Clint as well. Clint last game,
Clint.
truly
Yeah,
mind blowing. What are they
yeah.
going to do?
This is the second time we did like we are seeing a Clint. Actually, it was onto the before match as well. The Clint was the one who was onto the winning side, and
Yeah.
against the 1-1, Clint is actually a good pick. He onto the laning phase has more advantage compared to the 1-1, and the poking as well as the passive damage coming up quite hefty. So I guess that is a safe pick. And the Jushin is getting prioritized for the side of Team Wildstorm Riders. It is understandable as Zohan they already went out Fredrin. So Fredrin, he doesn't have that kind of a mobility, and he's and against utility jungler is where Jushin actually shines. So if executed quite well, and if she actually is able to stack up with the Sky Piercer, the damage will also be coming out quite handy.
Agreed. But moving towards the ban phase once again, Fast out of the way, Lancelot out of the way, there's Diggy as well. Interestingly enough, Diggy does provide that free purify from his ultimate, just enough to get them out of the Minseta's ult. That could be the case that why they went in for that. But at the same time, I do maybe or maybe not. Wildstorm Riders can go in for a Tigreal. Whenever I see a Diggy ban, my brain just instantly goes like there's a Tigreal coming in. So maybe or maybe that's the case. But one last ban coming in for Zohan XMEA. What are they going to ban? Now, there's still an option of a Suyu getting banned. Not exactly quite popular, but they want to be a little bit aware of what they don't want, and banning of the Hanzo. Understandable, very good hero, can reach up to the backlinks, especially the squishiest hero, such as the Clint, who could be in the danger in from this Hanzo. But I do want to see something of a new pick, coming in from Wildstorm Riders. They have been surprising us, and yes,
Oh,
my correction. I mean, not exactly a prediction. My instincts were correct. This is not a Rome Minsitar.
yeah, Rome Carmilla it is. And Carmilla, 3, 4 days back, she received. Oh my goodness. Is that a
Oh,
Novaria roam combined with a Kagura mid lane? It actually
yes.
can be. The Novaria
It,
can go out onto the roam, and if once she gets the dire hit as well as some of the itemizations, the damage from the Astral Echo, it's definitely going to be hurting. That is for sure. And they went out to the so against the Fredrin, the Martyrs is quite good. Wildstorm Riders draft, it is completely, let's say, team fight dependent. If they are able to execute with the ultimates, if they are able to utilize it quite well, then maybe they still have a good chance even against the odds of Team Zohunt. But Zohunt, they went out with a Novaria that will be giving out a lot of visions the onto the jungle, let's say, because of the ultimate she uses, she will be able to reveal out a lot of positions onto the enemies. So by far, I would say team fight dependent draft. It is for the side of Team Wildstorm Riders, but comfort as well as meta reliant draft. Let's say it is for the side of Team Zohunt.
one thing about Zohunt XMEA, they kind of went in for a little bit of late game. They kind of want to put everything on this Clint and put a little bit onto the outlet as well. I like the fact that they kind of did go with that, but my problem with Zohunt XMEA draft is I love the Kagura, I love the Novaria as well. Somewhere along the lines there might fell short somewhere, but let's see if they're able to get out of the clutches. A lot of mobility is there, so the Kamila's ult won't be hitting as much as we will be anticipating. But what will happen on the goal lane, that's much more important. What will happen in the jungle now? Fredrin versus Martis gonna give that push, making sure that members who are in front of him will be out of the way. But what about the other members? So let's see into the land of Dawn. Here we go. Members are already. I think Dusty should have actually a little bit of support, given the fact that he's a tanky type of a jungler.
Yep, definitely. And the question we did had for the side of Team Zohunt, maybe they might be coming out with a different kind of a lineup, but looks like the lineup is quite same, and it is 1-1 against the Clint, and a kind of, let's say, a fresh kind of a lineup for the side of Team what do you call it, Wildstorm. And looks like onto the EXP side, there is still the pokes going around. Look at the collector's spotlight, it looks so good. And there is, Novaria looks like she was able to steal it out. And the members, they have kind of changed out with the IGNs. Family problem is family blessing. Prime is just a chill guy, and wasted. The guy just used out this picker.
Okay. Onto the top lane, I do see a little bit of skirmish coming in. Just a push and pull for the gold crab. Looks like that was the Martis who wins it out. Now Window onto the bottom lane. He's just making sure that the members will be poked out enough. But is it enough given the fact that he has to clear up his lane very quickly and come into the team fight as much as possible? Now mid lane, the combo wombo of this. Oh my god!
Oh,
I was not anticipating that. I was not, expecting this, artist to just go down like that, and all are just feeling it up.
that is a Rome Novaria for a reason. Like, her damage is definitely going to be hurting a lot more there as final slash comes. But the follow-up is not there. Wasted Summers gets the kill onto the 1-1. Apparently that will be curing the turtle, and there is needs to go back. He back with the flicker. They are not over engaging any team fight, but looks like Martis he will connect. But okay, Win just goes back, and looks like Orochi onto a bad position. He have his yet to reach the level 4 mark, and Zohunt having quite of an advantage in terms of the turtle as well as onto the kills.
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Let's see. What is it going to be? First blood as well as the second blood already down into the hands of Team Zohunt x MEA Kachunga University. They have been trying to push it out kind of aggressively enough, but both the teams are not on the terms of putting so much onto the early game. For them, it's going to be a little bit of from the mid to the late game.
Yeah, definitely. And for now, Zohunt, they still has the lead. And oh my goodness, the Novaria's damage is coming out quite massive. The guy, he definitely knows how to stack up with the astral echoes, like the meteors, let's say. And the Mart has gone to a bad position this time. He's taken down onto the process. Suman just goes down. Wasted Summer just goes back as well. Curse of Blood won't be connecting. It will only be connecting onto one people. There is just a chill guy, but Wasted Summers with the follow-up. Once again, a 2-4-0 trade for the side of Team Zohunt. Once again, a kill. Orochi goes down. Zohunt with the kills. And they are trying to commit it out quite well. Aqua Gamer just tries to go back there. Taunt coming out from Fredrin 1-1 to trigger out his ultimate. Midsitar just uses the King's Calling in order to escape, and there is a taunt coming up from the side of Team Mizo, and there is the kills as well as the follow-ups coming around. That will be a double, as well as the killing spree for that Kagura. Almost a complete wipe, and they are just dominating at this point.
Agreed. Look at them. They just want to make sure to get as much skills onto their hands. You're talking about how Zohunt x MEA are on a 10 killing spree, like 10 kills already onto their hands. Mid lane, they want to push it out. It's not even 5 minutes onto the game. Talking about the itemization, Novara, even without, just with the arcane boots, is able to deal so much damage. This is making sure this Novaria would be getting such a close attempt
God.
though. That was such a close attempt for taking the
Kamado.
Oh my god, the praises Wrath coming in for this. Mintsitaru just got zoned out so hard. They are not stopping. Just a chill guy already onto the top lane window. He does get a taste of the 1-1's ultimate, just making sure there comes the sweep as well. He goes in, but he will be losing his life at the cost of this Martis as well. They want to go in for just a kill guy, just gets a double kill, trying to go for the triple, but no, that will be the one who gets slain by this Kagura. They don't want to stop. 4 members for 2. What a trade.
Good trade indeed. And Zohunt, they are just, let's say they are trying to just stomp out onto the opponents. And looks like that will be an uncontested turtle as expected for the side of Team Zohunt once again. And Rusty Mizo is able to secure it out quite easily. Looks like, the goal lead, it's still extending. And it would be better for the side of Team Zohunt for the side of Team Wildstorm, that they are trying to extend the game, but Wildstorm, they are yet to find out a proper opening. That is not happening. And family blessing, he went out with a roam Nova, and it's actually working out wonders. This guy, on to the previous tournament we casted, he went out with a Valentina roam. They have ultimate. There is on to 2 people, but he just goes back, barely able to escape. But there was no follow for the side of Team Tripura College, and looks like Wildstorm, they were trying to go back. Win tries to go up with a follow-up, but an off-camp kill. Prime was able to get down the 1-1. There is the follow-up as well as the King's Calling coming up side of Team Tripura College, but that will be Dustin kill, and Arlet just falls down onto the process. There is the ultimate coming out from the Mart. Damage will still not be up. The Praise's Wrath will be connected. A wipe out for the side of Team Wildstorm. Only the 1-1 remaining, and the inhibitor tower is also able to take down. Oh my goodness, look at the Astral Echo as well as the Clint's passive damage coming around. To cancel it out. And looks like, Zohunt, they are not actually waiting it out. They want to end the game if possible.
Highly possible. Look at that. One of the members who just got getted in. That would be the solution for you. But they did get a trade. They found. Oh, no way. Dusty, we just witnessed what you did. But I won't call you out. It's okay, happened. But anyways, I'm not sure what happened to Novaria. He's just like standing up, but this one really underestimated the damage of there. Oh, look at them! They want to come trying to go in, but Asimizonas gets picked up. He's looking quite low. He's taking so much damage, but no, Kanado as well as Dusty will be taken down. Next on the chopping block might be Orochi as well, given the fact that the all-out is gives in a good sweep, but the vengeance is not enough. Nova, this Carmilla will be still going down.
He just go. He tries to commit into inside the tower, and he gets punished. That is kind of a thing that happens onto the, let's say, onto the normal games as well, not the tournaments. But the fact is, the 8th minute Lord has already been spawned, and looks like just a chill guy. He directly out for the Lord in order to end the game as soon as possible. It's only the 3 towers remaining for the side of Team Tripura College. So, the defense will be coming out quite tough. And the experience is definitely showing off onto this game, Pichi.
That's true. 23 for 5, 23 Zohunt XMEA. They are just pushing it so much. But from the university, look at them. They just get a hook from this Minstar. But Minstar just made a little bit of a slow calls and the Kings calling very early on. I did want to see a good setup coming in right before the total as
first
coming
blood.
in. But wait a minute, Orichi will be taken down. Appraiser Rat, just one more hit from this Warriorization. The Zushin will be taken down, but that's not the case. Suman will be taken down. The base is getting targeted on. The minion is not there. Unstoppable for the Kagura picks up a double in the same manner. Looking quite low, but wait a minute.
Oh, look at the damage.
Oh, flicker. Yup, he did have the flicker. And that is it. Zohunt XMEA coming in from the side of Pachunga University will be winning this match.
Wow. A dominant display coming up from the side of Team Zohunt, and a deserving victory, let's say. Tripura College, I guess, the draft was not exactly the problem, was the execution as well as the experience, let's say. Zohunt, they came out like absolute professionals, and they were able to win it out onto this game. So Tripura College, they did try out onto the draft. I guess their draft was more onto the team reliancy, but as soon as the team fight happens, the follow-ups were not coming up. They were able to land up the solo kills, and the 1-1 definitely not having a good time going up against the Kagura as well as the Novaria. Once the Kagura comes up with the umbrella, if she misses is out, the Novaria comes up with a follow-up and uses the Astral Echo to just clean it out.
Yes. Though on the side of Team Wildstorm Riders, they did have mobility to get away from this Kagura, get away from this Novaria, but I think they kind of underestimated the damage that they had. I did see there was a moment the Zushin was still tanking so much damage when it was not necessary, even same for the 1-1, but targeting the martyrs right from the early game, Zohunt XMEA did make the right call. They just made sure that the members will be annoying that martyrs as much as possible and capitalizing the game onto their hands.
Definitely. And for now, I guess, that will be it for this game as well. So we will be back with the last game for the day, and we will be coming up with a little short water break. Till then, stay tuned. We will be back.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. more than a weapon.
Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are back again at the National College Cup with the third match, not the third exactly, but the sixth match of the day. And interestingly enough, one of the famous teams are here to go against a underdog once again. So we might be looking at something of a different scenario. So let me introduce you the teams. On one side, we have Team Anarchy, who's representing coming in from Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology, and Team Warrior, who are representing Manipur University. With that, we are the voices of the match. I'm PT and I'm joined by Itami today. Hello, Itami. Are you excited for this match?
I am PG, and this is for the second time. A known team is actually playing it out onto the National College. That is
Yeah.
Anarchy, formerly known as the Eliminators. So we are quite aware of them. Community are teams, and Team Warrior, like let's say they are the underdog teams here. So hopefully
Yes.
they will be coming up a really good competition against the odds of Anarchy. Before we saw Team Zohunt come. This time can be the case for the side of Team Anarchy as well, but we never know until we actually. So sooner we will be going out onto the draft side, and hopefully both of the teams, they will be coming up with really good.
That's true. I am curious to know what kind of a gameplay that Team Warrior will be putting for us. But at the same time, draft wise, I feel like Team Anarchy just had their match, so they kind of might need a little bit of a cool down, at least like a minute or so. So we will be there at the draft very quickly. We just reading them up. But I'm bit Warrior. I have not heard their name. Anarchy been very famous. So I'm just kind of little bit of do want to see a kind of a different gameplay coming in from Warrior. Maybe they won't be playing onto the comfort. Maybe they will be playing on comfort. Only time will tell.
Yep, definitely. And Team Anarchy, like you said, they just had the match, so sometime we'll be taking it out. Meanwhile, Team Warriors, hopefully the wait will be quite soon over for their side as well. And by far, looking at most of the matches, it is a do or die kind of a situation for either of the teams. So Anarchy as well, they will not try to going out with some experimental kind of picks, let's say,
Yes.
and they will be locked in super seriously, and they will not be underestimating it. Hopefully we will be proceeding on to the as soon as possible. But from today, like it was the start of the National College Cup, and by far the matches, it has been going out quite smooth, and the competition as well as the tournament, it will be going the next month as well. So for now, it will be the best of one series, and later it will be the BO3s followed by, and hopefully the better teams, the contesting teams, they will be able to forward more on tournaments. By far, PG, looking at the tournament format, what are your thoughts?
Oh, we already have few of the famous teams coming here, just making sure that it will be very easy breezy for them. Round number one, it's a knockout round, so that means the team won't be having another chance in. So it's kind of like a pressure is very high on them, but at the same time, we know what the prices will be. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you into the draft. Looks like on to the one side we have Team Anarchy representing Team Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology, and one side Warrior, that's going to be Manipur University. Like, look at that, two of the states battling it out, and I'm curious to see what kind of a gameplay that will be coming in.
Yep, and Anarchy are having the first pick advantage. They are taking
Yes.
the times with the draft as well, or maybe they will just be going it out with like the meta kind of a priority onto the ban sections, as well as the pick priority will be the same. But as you mentioned, that Team Anarchy, they are representing Guwahati Institute, Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology, Team Warrior. They are from Team some time is taking around, and hopefully I think it will still be the exp kind of a priority bans, and for either of the sides they might just be going out with the comfort picks probably. And looks like the first ban has already been happened. It's out on screen. Let's just hope it what it would actually be. Most probably I guess it is just an exp or maybe a regular kind of a draft, but the fourth kind of Anarchy.
I am not sure what happened with Anarchy. I feel like they did miss out a ban, but Warrior going in for a 4vs ban, they are very well aware how much the 4vs is strong enough on its lane. Now, the 4vs ban does show that they kind of want to go for something like a full mobility hero, maybe a Lancelot, maybe a Harriet, but Anarchy, YSS ban, come on Anarchy. I mean, I thought I would be looking at YSS pick coming in from this side, but not today. They don't want to go in for that pick, but there's still quite a few heroes still open. Warrior with the Alert ban, they are quite enough, they're very ready for what Anarchy might be coming in. But what about Anarchy? Are they going to lay down those traps for Warrior just for them to pick them up?
Yeah, the Grok is also getting banned out, so is the Arlet. So by far, I would say the draft is quite regular. I guess the Grok is open onto the tournament scene, so that is the reason why he is getting banned out. It is understandable because the revamp onto him has been quite impactful. He is viable onto the EXP lane as well as onto the room. So
Yep.
there has been quite some changes onto his skill sets, and Anarchy they will be having the big advantage. Let's see, they might actually go out for the EXP pick, or maybe they will try and prioritize a mid lane. But I have a feeling that Van he likes playing out the Lancelot, so Lancelot can also be a priority onto the jungle. But okay, a first pick CC, we did see this onto the MSC CC getting prioritized.
Okay, CC, a very good hero. It just kind of eliminates all kind of a whatever EXP lane you want to go. It does eliminates that possibility of picking something up. But I guess going in for a glue could be well, but it's kind of a counter. Like CC does serves as a counter, so I'm not sure about that as well. Glue something like of a gameplay, like you just clear your lanes and then go towards the team fight. That might be possible, but as of now, Warrior, they still have two picks onto their hands. Khadita could be of such a good option as well. The Farsa, the Selena. I don't want to see something like of a mage coming in, but we have the Farsa coming in from the side of Team Warrior along with a Uranus. But to counter the Uranus, Anarchy, will they be going forward with a little bit of something like a carry onto the goal? But the Granger is open. You're talking about how the Irithel is also open, and I don't think they will be trying to capitalize a marksman quite early on.
Yeah, definitely. The Lancelot, as I said, one can be prioritizing it. He loves the hero, and there you go. Back for
Let's
meta too. After the adjustment he received, the punctures timing, it has been denied from 5 seconds to 3. So, it will be popping out quite early. The Xing Xing as well as the happening it out quite often. And looks like the Kalya is also getting prioritized onto the room. So by far, I kind of love the picks, but okay, a Chow has been coming up for the second warrior. Most probably that is a Chow room, considering the fact Uranus has already been picked up. So, both of the teams, in terms of the draft, let's say they are coming up quite strong.
definitely, but it all ends up in the execution. Even if you pick up a Lela Mia and then do a backdoor, it's automatically a win though. So the execution does matter, whatever hero you pick. So let's see, back onto the banning drop. We might be looking at a lot of marksmen getting banned. We're talking about Von, you're talking about Iratel, you're talking about Granger, even the Nathan though. I feel like Nathan's already prioritized, which is a good thing coming in from Warrior. But that's not the case coming in from Warrior. They did take out the Zushin, but I don't want to see a ban on the Zacian as well. She's a very good hero on the mid as of now.
Yeah, the crowd control from her as well as the global ultimate, it comes up quite handy onto the team fight. So Zishan can also be quite of a priority. We haven't seen the Zishan matches from either of the sides for today, like at least for the matches we casted. And
Yes.
yeah, seeing out the Zishan will be quite interesting, let's say. And the Joy is also getting banned out, so is the 1-1. So by far, I would say the draft, it is looking out quite decent, and these are the heroes that are mostly prioritized or mostly banned out. So it is quite understandable. The draft is, let's say, it is quite good, and Team Warrior, they are going out. Pick the Hayabusa is also banned out. Team Anarchy, so they are going out with the jungler bans, Joy as well as both of the heroes. They should have been prioritized on, but for this game, it's not happening.
Oh, let's see the warrior once again onto their hands, having the pick onto their hands. Let's see what are they going to go ahead with. Now there's an option of Granger though. If they pick up the Granger, Anarchy will go in for the Irithel. If they pick up the Irithel, there's a possible that the Irithel might be facing a Brody as well. Come on, it's Anarchy. They are very well versed with their you know marksman as well as the hero pool, so they might be coming up with the counters very quickly as possible. But that's not the case. Warrior, they want to go in for a little bit of a more HP based jungler, trying to control this Lancelot. What is it going to be though? Like for the Lancelot, I think the Minsitar as the roam could have been such a good thing. It could have stopped Kalia, it have to stopped CC as well, or even the future marksman. Because for Anarchy, I do believe they will be trying to go in for a marksman, which will be having a little bit of a, what do you call that? A mobility, dash skill kind of a thing.
Yep, definitely. And the Fredrin getting prioritized with the Chow, mostly like I already said, he should be going out with the sports actually with the Florin or maybe even that could,
Oh, ho, ho,
but
ho.
we were expecting the carry.
Yes,
So is the Lunox. So I kind of like both picks. You know, it's the Uranus that is already so much damage. So is the Fredrin, and Carry as well as the Lunox, they have a lot of melt kind of a potential going up against this beefy kind of a lineup that team.
that's
But
true.
okay, the final, the cherry on top will be the Brody. But the thing is, still, I'm not gonna be biased, but I like the draft team is better because of the Lunox that came up onto the last.
Lunox deal damage based on HP. So she's gonna melt, she's gonna hurt during the late game when she gets the items on her hands. But now comes a little bit of a problem though. There's a Brody. Brody can deal an instant amount of damage right there. Try to lower them down, and then maybe the other members can jump in. But at the same time, Fasa also serves the same kind of a situation. Will be making sure with the feather airstrike they will be in a kind of a little bit of an uncomfortable position. For Lancelot, it's going to be such an easy breezy for him to jump at the back lanes, especially for the Fasa as well as the Brody. But what about the front laners, Chow? I do want to see the Chow being very proactive, at least around the Brody as the first few minutes, because the Brody will be needing a lot of support.
Yes, definitely. And Brody, he does has the range advantage, but still,
Yes.
if he's not able to keep up with the farm as well as the itemization, he can be coming up quite, unuseful for the side of his team. So that is the one thing he will be needing out quite some help onto the goal lane too. Going up 1v1 against the carry, you definitely the range advantage as well as the still have the advantage because he is more of an early game hero, but he is still adjusted onto the late. But this time we are back onto the land of this will be the final game for the night, and that will be between Team Anarchy going up against Team Warrior, and they are representing Team Assam University as well as Team Warrior. They are going up with
Manipur.
Manipur University. So here we are, Vijay.
Let's go, let's go. This is going to be such an interesting match to see. Anarchy, they've been playing back to back right from the evening. Will this game tire them out or not? I am curious to know about them. Oh, but wait a minute. This Fredrin already coming in for that sweet invade. Will Sataro get that, creep? I believe he
Oh,
did
look at
get
him.
that on his hands. But wait a minute, Bid with the first blood. They want to go in for Fever as well. But Bid with the double kill. That's looking quite good. And you cannot underestimate a Lunox though. She deals HP based damage. So, yep, that's the case. But, oh, Kyodo, he has to pop his flicker. Art, on the other hand, makes a flicker call and capitalizes the kill for himself.
Yeah, definitely. And Anarchy are already having the advantage onto the early game. They still have the itemization for some reason because of the overextension that is coming up on the side of Warrior. Anarchy are the ones who are having the advantage. He will be freezing the lanes apparently onto there are three waiting for him lane side, and looks like the initiation right on there. To a lot of skills actually was baited out from that carry.
That's true. That's true. Look at them. They have been pushing so much coming in from side of the, Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology. They just want to make sure to get the early game snowball into the hand. The EXP meta calls it for this kind of a gameplay. If you have the early game snowball, it kind of gets very easy for you and your team to breeze through the snowball that you have. But as the Batsatorodas takes away the turtle for himself, Pantera looking quite low, will be taken down, but Van tries to make a play. There comes Bid with the light form and Art just trying to take them away from the turret. So they will be having a little bit of an easier time, but that's not the case. Looking quite low. Uranus one hit away. Bid will be capitalizing Art with the double kill though. There comes the Brody as well, but I don't believe they should actually engage.
Yeah, and by far, Team Warriors, they are yet to find out on the opening, and Anarchy are coming out quite strong as expected. Let's say, there's Art with there. He will be taken down though, but still, the kill trait as well as the gold tower shield has completely been taken down, and it's like the carry, he already has a lot of farm onto his name.
It's not even 5 minutes into the game and the carry is actually dominating. Along with the carry, Bed also picks up a Sky Piercer now. That damage gonna amplify a little bit and will be making sure the Bid will be getting the last hit very quickly. But Manipur in University, they weren't actually anticipating that, right? 2 HP killers, but Fever as well as Pantera. My goodness, the damage that team Anarchy has as of now. They are trying to eye up the Brody. Brody does have the flicker, but at the same time, rather than the flicker, I believe Purify would have served its purpose against a Kalia very well.
Yeah, and execution wise, Anarchy are the ones who are having more of an advantage, and look, they will be trying to dive in onto the Brody as well. There is the way of the dragon coming up onto Art, and Art will be taken down, but Van Satoru just gets the trade as well as Bid with the double kill, and looks like the Fredrin will be a triple. The Sky Piercer's pass, the Sky Piercer just pops up, and it's only been 4 minutes onto the game, and it's the mid laner. Bid has 9 kills on.
That's true. That's like the maximum so far from his team as of now. They might be having a little bit of a bet as a kind of situation as well. Now that Bid might be getting their MVP, I do want to see something like that coming in from Anarchy. But as of now, they want to go in for the invade for the purple buff of this Pantera. Look at them. The Federation strike won't be enough to make sure that they will be out of the way. Legendary picked up by Beth. He's not stopping in. Next on the chopping block will be this Uranus. Fredrin just jumps in for a little bit of a taunt. Art will be taken down under the turret with the help of the turret and Legendary. That is what I'm talking about. Sky Pierce just making sure. And the stats are looking quite good though. Triple kill for the Bear. I thought for a moment Van would be getting that kill, but the Sky Piercer. The bit Sky Piercer really helped.
Definitely, and once you are able to stack up with the Sky Piercer, the damage actually comes out quite massive. And looks like Team Anarchy, they are not they are just making sure that Team Manipur University, they are not coming up with any opening, and the execution part is definitely more favorable for their side too. Looks like they are just going back, and there is the coming around. So comes up onto the together. It will be a legendary as well as the Sky Piercer's passive will just take that Fredrin down. The Fredrin airstrike being used out of the clear out the lanes. Looks like they're just gonna go back, and they will be trying to prioritize this triple. Oh, look at the conceal.
Wait a minute. They're all going in, but nah, it's not a the window of opportunity to pass away, but they still have enough damage. Kelra though pops up the spinning light, will just making sure into the backlane spans a throw with the toned Ross, just making sure he will be trying to get out of the situation, but the vengeance from this Uranus is just a safety measure so that he won't be giving up his lane. Oh, what? Oh my goodness, the tsunami slam is just so perfect. The Farsa as well as the members are going down one by one. The next on the chopping block will be this Uranus as well, but the Uranus did make an escape. Look at them one by one. The Sky Piercer, the corrosion side is just stacking up so well for them.
Yep, and looks like they will not be going out for the turtle. Instead, they will be waiting out for the 8-minute lot. Will that be actually a good idea? Because Bid has already been fed with 15 kills onto his name, and looks like he will be, if Team Anarchy, there is slam once again, but Tornabout memory comes up from the Brody, and there is the V of the, but the damage will still not be enough, and two of the members side of Team Warrior just fell down just like that, and looks like Team Anarchy, they might actually go out to secure another tower, or just they will be waiting it out, but looks like there is a pause from either of the side of the teams. Piche.
Yep, looks like we will be having a little bit of a pause situation, but Anarchy with the absolute domination. Look at them. They are not stopping. They don't want to stop in as well. But see, Manipur University, they kind of want to take a slow back, a little bit of a breather as of now. With this pause, I think they will be getting it. But now that the problem is the Bid as well as Kelra, the Harry as well as the Lunok, they're not able to stop them, and it's just
Definitely.
And just so much damage. While Bid took away so much kill right there, like so much snowball. I loved how team Manipur University went in for tankiness, but to delete the tankiness, Anarchy was ready all with the counter. So yep, I think we know the Lord's gonna go in, enter the hands of Anarchy. They they need to have a little bit of a good what do you call that? They need a little bit of a good
execution.
Other than that execution, also they kind of have to capitalize when Team Anarchy will be making mistakes.
Yeah, capitalization, or let's say they should be trying to find out the opening from there. So we will be resuming the pause soon as possible. Bid actually went out with the Sky Piercer, and he already has with 15 kills onto his name. So definitely he has maxed out his stacks. So as soon as the team fight happens, if he's onto the position, then the Lunox is just going to be melting the team members for the side of Team Warrior out just like that. So the problem is, how will Team Warriors respond to that? That will be the main question, and looks like the pause has been resumed. We are back onto the game, and it has been okay, Van just went out for the turtle. He didn't wait it out for the Lord, and it will be taking out another 2 minutes, or maybe it will be trying.
That's true. Let's see though, what is it going to be? Look at them dealing so much damage. Romcom was the first one to fall down, unfortunately. But they are not stopping this. One still cannon minion still left, but Panthera will be making sure. But Panthera will be deleted process. Bid, my goodness, what a damage. Now the feather airstrike is still not enough to actually put out of the situation. You pick up a Farsa, you put out the feather airstrike just enough to make sure that the members will be in not a comfortable position. But Artro, though, he's trying to make a play right there, unable to do so. He's just waiting it out for the members to recharge their skills. But out in the top lane, Brody, my goodness, those guys won't be getting a breather. Brody along with Chow, the next on the chopping block, putting the Uranus as well.
Oh my god.
Next on the chopping block, Fredren, that's like a triple kill. Trying to go in for the Maniac, but he's quite low. If he goes in first, that I know his teammates will betray him.
Yeah, and looks like the mid minions will be spawning and should be a game over. Farsa is trying to defend it out, and there comes the Brody as well. Might be the minions, and there will be the
Chow.
as the crystal is wide open. Team Anarchy with a complete dominant performance, and they will be taking as well as qualifying for the next round.
Congratulations to Team Anarchy for making it for the round number 2. What a mess we have looking. So far, so good. Members are just, Team Anarchy was just making sure to get absolute domination. I feel like Bid was having a lot of fun. He was just going
Definitely.
pop, and he's out. He's surviving also.
Yeah, he didn't even went out once, and Team Anarchy, like we were expecting, they were already the favorites, but still Warrior, they did try it out, but trying it out was not just enough for now. Anarchy was the stronger team, and they will be qualifying for the next rounds, as well as that will be it for today's matches. So Peachy as well as me will be signing. So we will be back tomorrow with more of the games. Till then, good night, everyone. Stay tuned. And one thing, on to the next coming days, the giveaways will be happening. So
Yes.
please make sure you are onto the stream, you are active, and you can be one of the winners. And the
Every day.
giveaway, every day the giveaway will be holding on. So just be patient with the giveaways. Be active onto the stream, and who knows, you might be having the chance to win it out onto the giveaway. But for tonight, that will be it. We are going to be signing off. We will be taking some rest. Till then, good night, some rest. Good night, everyone, and bye bye.
I am more than a weapon. What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy. I am more than a weapon.